Hey everyone, this is going to be my full arena card review for the Forge and the Barrens expansion. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to rate all the cards from 1 to 5. The big change for this review, as opposed to past expansions reviews, is I'm going to finally, this is long overdue, I'm going to finally adjust my card scale a little bit. So, now when we think about an average card, which I'm putting at a 3, that is going to be a spider tank, or like a 3-mana 3/4. So it used to be that an average card would be like a 3-mana 3/3, but these days, it feels like the starting point for a decent card is 3-mana 3/4, and then you get, upside on top of that. So it's kind of long overdue, but yeah, that's the big change. And I'm not going to go and give a card example for each other cost, but that's kind of the scale I'm thinking with. So hopefully we won't have quite as many 4.5s this time. Hopefully we'll have a few more in the lower end of things, which should make it easier for us to actually separate out separate out what's a good card, a bad card, a decent card, etc. All right, so yeah, we're gonna start with Demon Hunter. We'll go through all the class cards, and then we'll end with the meat and potatoes of Arena, which is the neutral cards. All right, guys, let's get going. Hold on, make sure I got the rating thing set up. All right. Are you ready? Yep's in chat if you're ready. Say yep. Do it. Okay, I'm going to start even if you didn't say yep. The first card is Razor Boar. 2-mana 2/2 beast tag. Death Rattle, summon a Death Rattle minion that costs 3 or less from your hand. I don't really know how to rate these summon or pull Death Rattle cards from your hand. Like, I don't know what you guys think, but it's like in Arena, like, what are the chances that you actually have a Death Rattle minion in your hand? And then what are the chances it's of the lower cost so they can actually be pulled? And a 2-mana 2/2 is just so mediocre on its own. And even if you do hit, like, the best case is a 3-drop, which would be very good tempo, but it seems unlikely. So, again, we're adjusting our scale. So a 3-mana 3/4 type card would be a 3. So this card to me is like a 1.5. I think it's a 1.5. And, this getting used to the new scale might take a little bit of work, but I'm going to go with a 1.5 for Razor Boar. All right, Vile Call. 3 mana, summon 2 2/2 demons with lifesteal. 2 2/2 demons with lifesteal. Why is it that I immediately thought they would have Rush? That's just like the world we're living in these days. I'm like, wait, just 2/2 demons with lifesteal only? This card's pretty good though, I think. Like, we had a similar card for Druid a while back. Was it trees? Landscaping? Treescaping? Something like that? Where you just summon 2 2/2s. I think they were treants. But this you have lifesteal on top of it. Which is definitely relevant for a class that tends to take a lot of damage from their face. So I think it's good. I would say 3. It's like 3 to 3.5. Would I rather have this or a 3/4, or a 3-mana 3/4? I think I'll go with a 3.5. I'll go with a 3.5. It's between a 3 and a 3.5. All right. Vile Call onto Fury. Fury, 1 mana, give your hero +2 attack this turn. Upgrades when you have 5 mana. So I guess for each of these, chat, there's a name for these cards, right? Where they upgraded each mana cost. I think there is. What you guys will know, right? Come on, chat. You guys always care. Is it ranked spells? It's that simple? Ranked spells? Okay. Yeah. I can see what they are down here. So rank 2. Okay. Give your hero +3 attack this turn. Okay, so that's the 5 mana one. Okay. So if you make it to 5 mana, then you get +3 attack, and it's +4 attack at rank 3. So this seems pretty good to me. It's worse than Twin Slice, right? But that doesn't mean it's a bad card, because Twin Slice is, is nutty. I'm definitely excited to play with these, like, as they're called, ranked spells, because it gives that extra thing to think about in Arena. It's like, okay, it's okay on this turn, but if I wait till later, it might be better, and also it might be more useful because it upgrades later on. So it gives you a chance to kind of squeak out little advantages by deciding when you play these cards. So I like the design. I think it's good. I would definitely say it's an above average card. You know what? Is it going to be just 3.5s all day? I'm going to go with a 3.5 again on this one. Is that going to be the new meme chat? Dreads 3.5? All right. Tusk Piercer. 1 mana, 1/2 weapon. Death Rattle. Draw a Death Rattle minion. So my initial thought when I look at this card is that the weapon slot for Demon Hunter tends to get a little bit crowded. And I don't know if I really want this card. But the thing is, it does give you... So let's say... I guess the real question is, how likely are you to have a Death Rattle in your deck? And it's pretty high, right? Because you only need a couple. If you have 2 or 3, then it almost always will draw you a card. So then, even though you get kind of a mediocre weapon, that it can help with it, but it gives you another card. But then again, also Demon Hunter doesn't tend to have that much trouble with card draw. You have a lot of ways to draw. So, I'm gonna go with a 3. I'm gonna say it's an average card. I don't know if I'd want to pay a card for this effect in the early game. And will that Death Rattle minion, the value from the Death Rattle minion make up for that? I'm not so sure. All right, 3. Next card, Death Speaker Blackthorn. 7 mana, 3/6. Battlecry, summon 3 Death Rattle minions that cost 5 or less from your deck. So this is a legendary. I mean, these cards you almost will never see in Arena. So it's always like, rating this card, I don't know. I mean, is Death Rattle Demon Hunter really gonna be a thing? The original body is only a 3/6, so it feels kind of to me. And if you get like 1-cost Death Rattles, like the 1 mana 2/1 Death Rattle, then even the summon effect isn't that insane. So I don't really like it. I don't really like it. I think I'm gonna go with like a 1.5. I think, because I don't know. I haven't seen these really impactful Death Rattle minions that are gonna make this type of archetype work. We do get Scribe back. That is one of them we were talking about earlier, but okay. Vengeful Spirit. 4 mana, 4/4. Outcast, draw 2 Death Rattle minions. Now this one... Oh, you're right. It doesn't affect Scribe for the last card. Yeah, because it's too expensive. Okay, that was a bad example. Because it's 5 or less. Yeah, true. Outcast, draw 2 Death Rattle minions, 4 mana, 4/4 Vengeful Spirit. I just don't know about the Death Rattles, right? Like, the stats on this are okay. Draw 2 is a lot. Some people in chat think it's like really insanely good. I don't think it's like insane. Because again, it has to be outcast to get the effect. It's an expensive outcast card. Sometimes the expensive outcast card is a little hard to make work. It doesn't give you tempo, it gives you value. So I'm gonna say it's an average card. 3. Give it a 3. All right. Sigil of Silence. 0 mana at the start of your next turn. Silence all enemy minions. What do you guys think about these silent, like these? Sorry, not silence cards, but these start of your next turn cards. Because there's quite a few of these. Are they all for Demon Hunter? I know there's a few of these cards in the expansion, and I don't know. They feel a little bit lackluster. Like they tend to be cheap. But it's like once they know that they're coming, it becomes a lot harder to get value, right? Shadow means they don't know, like they wouldn't know that you play it. No, I can't imagine that's how it works. I don't know. And then also Demon Hunters has other good ways to silence, right? So it's kind of like they do know, yeah. Shadow's just. Oh yeah, I guess that's something that I should mention, because some people might not be aware of that. So you can see down here at the bottom, Shadow. I believe all spells now have a school of magic that they come from. So like Fireball, Fire, Frostbolt, Frost, etc., etc. Paladins have holy spells. So that's just like that just identifies what type of spell it is. It shows up in the secret spot, but both players can mouse over it. Okay, for this. All right. Yeah, so it's like terrible, right? I'm not going... We're going to go 1 to 5, so I think it's got to be a 1. If anything's going to be a 1, this card definitely feels like a 1 to me. All right. Sigil of Flame. 2 mana at the start of your next turn, deal 3 damage to all minions. See, now this card's better. Like, it's the same type of start of a turn effect, but this card is harder to play around, right? Because, like, even if you think about Arena, let's say they play oh my god, I was going to say they play a Boulder Fist Ogre, to play around your AoE, but it will still take 3 damage, but Ogre's gone. So that's not a good... It's not a good example anymore, but they play a big minion. Worst case, you at least do damage to it, and it affects their plays. And the way I see this card being used is you're behind on board, and they've gone wide, and you don't really have an answer. And so you play this in order to force their hand to trade into your minions, or you take the face damage and have a decentish clear the next turn. So I think this card is much better than the last one. I still don't think it's great. Like, I still think it's below average, because I don't know if I'd want to pay a card for that effect, but I also don't really tend to like to play off the board. But I'm gonna go with the 2. I think 2 is fair. It's still AoE. All right, Razor Fin Beastmaster. 3 mana, 3/3. Death Rattle. Summon a Death Rattle minion that costs 4 or less from your hand. More of the Death Rattle of, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't want to play a 3 mana 3/3, but if you do pull a Death Rattle minion, it's really good, right? I guess for this card, the downside isn't so much that the upside is irrelevant, right? Like a 3 mana 3/3 sucks. It's really bad. But if you do pull something, it's like okay-ish. I still think it's below average though. Like, give me a spider tank over this every time. So I'm gonna go with the 2.5. Yep. Okay, Kurtrus Ashfallen. 4 mana 3/4. Legendary card. Battlecry. Attack the left and rightmost enemy minions. Outcast immune this turn. So this card is quite good, right? I mean, I'm assuming that, and correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I'm assuming if your opponent only has one minion, it wouldn't attack it twice, right? Like, it would only attack it once if there's just one minion. But anyhow, regardless, it's pretty decent. Obviously, you want to play it for the immune effect. Like I'd say it's worse than the that other Demon Hunter card. I forget the name of it, but the 5/3 Outcast Immune card, or Rush Outcast Immune card. That card is better than this, but I still think it's pretty damn good. So it's Rush twice. Yeah, it's Rush twice at like specific targets, right? I think it's good. I mean, like the card that I'm talking about, the 5/3 Rush is like insane, right? Insane. I think this card is like a 4. I'm gonna go with 4. It definitely stood out for me. Maybe not quite a 4.5, 3/4 body, but it's good. All right, wait, that's it? That's all the Demon Hunter? Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. Demon Hunter is donezo. I don't know how I feel about the Demon Hunter cards, because like so many of them are connected to Death Rattle, and it's just kind of, I don't know. It's just kind of like, I'm not sure how well that's going to work in Arena, right? DH will be trash again in Arena for sure. I don't have a lot of hope with looking at these cards, because there's not a lot of great, like this card's a very good tempo card, but a lot of the cards are a little bit understated or all feed into that like Death Rattle archetype, and it's just kind of we don't want Broken Demon Hunter cards. I mean, we don't want like Coil Fang, but I still want like good cards. So, all right, let's see. What's next? What is next? On to Druid. I guess it's sorted by most recent. Shouldn't we do mana low to high? It would probably be better. Yeah, that seems better to me. All right, on to Druid. Living Seed. 2 mana, draw a beast. Reduce its cost by 1. Upgrades when you have 5 mana. All right, so let's see the upgrade. At 5 mana, reduce the cost by 2. At 10 mana, reduces cost by 3. This card feels extremely meh to me. So it's another one of those ranked spells, and I mean, you need to have a beast in your deck, otherwise it's just completely unplayable. You probably will have 1 or 2, but you're paying 2 mana for a card, and who knows if the reduction will be good. Like, the idea of cards like this is that you really cheat out something strong, but in Arena, I don't know, you're just gonna have a generic 3/2 or something, and then the reduction won't be worth that much. So it's pretty bad. Is it a 1 or 1.5? I don't know. It seems terrible. I think 1 is probably fair. I don't think this one's gonna be very good. Mark of the Spike Shell. 2 mana, give a minion +2/+2. If it has taunt, add a copy of it to your hand. Boy, you talk about an annoying card. Right? Like, you're trying to kill someone, you're like, all right. I got him low. And then they play a taunt. You're like, that's okay. I think I can probably get through. And they put this on the taunt, and you're like, oh no, now there's another taunt in their hand, and this taunt is buffed, etc., etc. So I haven't done like a full review to see how many taunt cards there are in this meta. Does anyone have like a ballpark number? Like, the card's very good, right? It's definitely an above average card. But if it's just give a minion +2/2 most of the time, that's pretty mediocre, right? There's a lot. On Smug Senior be gross. Yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, a lot of the taunts are quite good these days. So Druid's basically taunt and beast, nothing else. Yeah. Okay, so it should be very, very good. So what do we think? 3.5, 4 range, probably, right? Will it be 4? I mean, if you land on a taunt, it's like insane. But with Spider Tank being a three cost card, I feel like 3.5 is probably a little more appropriate. It's one of those cards where in the right situation, it would just be infuriating and almost like the perfect card to have, but yeah. Not like universally insane. All right, Razor Mane Battle Guard. 2 mana, 2/3. The first taunt minion you play each turn costs 2 less. First taunt minion you play each turn costs 2 less. Well, I mean, it's good, right? Like, 2-drops haven't really had their stats increase that much, right? So like in Arena, 2/3s and 3/2s are still pretty much going to be kind of like the standard. So it's a 2/3 with an effect that's like okay, right? I would go with man, am I just going to literally be a 3.5 all day guy? This one has some pretty nutty upside, though. The first Shaman you play each turn costs 2 less. If it actually sticks for a turn, like, the cheese potential is insane. And there's a lot of taunts. Like, even if you play it on 2, on turn 3, you can play a 5-drop taunt. That's pretty disgusting. And 2/3 means it's more likely to stick. I'm going to go high on this one, chat. I'm going to give it a 4. I'm going 2/4. Boom. I see that pasta, chat. I see that copy pasta, and I'm not reading it, okay? I'm ignoring that pasta. All right, Thorn Growth Sentries. 2 mana, summon 2 1/2 turtles with taunt. What? So you're telling me I get 2 Goldshire Footmen? I mean, I like turtles too, but I don't like this card. Show the turtles. The heck thing looks like kind of like a snail almost. I don't think this card's good. It's definitely not average in my opinion. If I again, remember, 3 mana 3/4 is average. It's below average. I'd say it's between like a 2, 2.5. I think it's like a 2. I don't think this card's very good. Like, obviously, this card is better than Neutron. Is it? You can't buff it. I don't know. Hold on, it's getting hot in here. I'm gonna open up the window. I'm just thinking about how good is a 1/2. Like, what the hell does a 1/2 do? A 1/2 does like nothing. The idea for this card is that you use it with buff cards, right? Like, the buff cards are what make it good. Like, the potential to buff them. Like, you could also play it with that, like, the plus 2/2 taunt we did, and then you get a 1/2 back into your hand. Woohoo! I'll let you guys talk me into a 2.5. I'll let you guys talk me into a 2.5. No, the reason I'm talking about it being about 3 mana is because that's what my scale is based off of, right? I'm saying a Spider Tank is average now, so that everything's adjusted based off of that, right? I don't know why that's hard for people to understand. Come on, chat. You guys are smart. I'll go with a 2.5, but no higher. Don't even try to convince me this shitter is a 3. Don't even try. Don't even try. Okay. On to the next one. Guff Rune Totem. 3 mana, 2/4. After you cast a nature spell, give another friendly minion plus 2/2. It's bad, right? I don't like it. 3 mana, 2/4. The body sucks. You need to have another minion on the board, and you need to be able to play a cheap nature spell with it to get plus 2/2. It's bad. What is a nature spell? So pretty much all spells have a school type now. So I think most druid spells will be like nature. We'll have that type. I'm okay with a 2 for like potential upside, but really I could see this being a 1.5. It's like 1.5 to 2 range. Plague Maw the Rotting. 4 mana, 3/4, Honeyed Water. What kind of a spell is Coin? That's a good question. I have no idea. Coin has no school. Okay, good to know. No school. Plague Maw the Rotting. 4 mana, 3/4. After a friendly minion with Taunt dies, summon a new copy of it without Taunt. It's kind of situational. Like, it's one of those things, again, like there are a lot of taunts in Druid. And if you do get just one taunt, 1 4 or 5 drop, let's say taunt, off, it's going to be insane. But playing a 4 mana 3/4 is really bad, and you need to have the taunt on the board and alive. I mean, it can be great, right? Again, it's one of those cards where it could just be insane. But I don't know. Generally, when cards are understated like this, and it's not something you can just like tempo out, it feels kind of mediocre to me. So I'll go with a 3 because I think there is upside there. But I don't know. 4 mana 3/4s are just kind of too bad, in my opinion. Or 4 mana 3/4s. Sorry. All right, Pride's Fury. 4 mana, give your minions +1/3. Actually, I hadn't seen this card before now. I don't think it's... I mean, again, this card is pretty good with that turtle card. We're going to have to go back to the double Goldshire Footman card and be like, well, actually, Mr. Streamer, it should be a 3. I think it's a little bit expensive. Like, from what I've seen in the past in Arena with buff cards, you know, like Mark of the Lotus is insane because it's 1 mana. So you can, like, drop stuff with it in the same turn. It's going to be really hard to drop cards with this and play it. So, I don't know. I'm not all that impressed by it. And yeah, think about this card when Arbor Up is a thing, right? Like, so I'm not too impressed. I'm going to go with a 2 here. I think it's a too expensive of a buff card. Thick Hide Kodo. 4 mana 3/5 with taunt. Death Rattle gain 5 armor. It's a pretty good defensive tool, right? I don't love the stat line. Like I found that like 3/5s have gotten worse and worse as time has gone on. There's more 4/5s, and I don't know. They don't feel very good to me. But I mean, throwing in 5 armor, it's not bad. I think, you know, yeah, it's just a strictly better Sinjin. Strictly better. I think average is about right for this card. I'm gonna go with a 3. All right. Celestial Alignment. 7 mana. Set each player to 0 mana crystals. Set the cost of cards in all hands and decks to 1. I mean, it's absolute garbage. That's your whole turn, right? Like, that's all you do. I'm sure there's a deck in mind for this one, but since I'm not doing a constructor review, I don't have to worry about that. It's just an easy one for me. An easy one. Yeah. Just draft 10 drops. And then survive till turn 7, then play this, then profit. Yep. You will draft it, though. I will not draft it. You guys can draft it and tell me how much fun it is. Okay. Druid of the Plains. 7 mana, 7/6. I hadn't seen this card before. Rush. Frenzy, transform into a 6/7 Kodo with taunt. Oh, wait, I do remember. This was one of the older cards they revealed before. Yeah, this card is absolutely busted. So I do want to mention what Frenzy is, because I don't think we've talked about Frenzy yet. Do they have something here that explains it? Oh, right there. Okay, one-time effect after this survives damage. So yeah, if this minion dies in one shot, you don't get the effect. But if you take the 7/6 and kill a 5/5, after you kill it, instead of being left with a 1 health minion, you get a 6/7 Kodo after. So it's very, very, very good. And 7 attack kills a lot of things. It's between a 4.5 and a 5. I feel like it's like a 4.5 because it won't always free kill. Right? Like if you're in the later turns, most things will have more than 6 attack. So it won't always free kill. Obviously, you won't use it really in the spots where it won't free kill, I guess. You know, fine. It's a definitely, it stands out as an arena card. I'll give it a 5. I'll give it a 5. It's close. It's between a 4.5 and a 5. I don't know if we've given a 5 yet. Let's grunt for the first 5. Druid of the Plains. Is that it? That's all the Druid cards are out? No moss? No moss. No moss. All right. Moving on. On to Hunter. On to Hunter. So what do we think about Druid overall, chat? I don't know. None of the, they're obviously trying to build like some kind of taunt thing, but doesn't seem all that great. Like that one card is nutty. I think the +1/3 buff card just feels a little clunky to use. Boring. Yeah, it does seem kind of boring. It does seem kind of boring, honestly. Whoa. Hi, Cookie. We're doing a review, okay? Bye. Sunscale Raptor. Starting off on Hunter here. 1 mana, 1/3 beast. Hold that thought. I gotta let Cookie out. Come on. Go ahead. Go ahead. Freaking cat. Sunscale Raptor. 1 mana, 1/3 beast tag. With Frenzy, shuffle a Sunscale Raptor into your deck with a permanent +2/+1. Huh. So, didn't we used to have a card kind of like this, chat? What was the name of the other card? It was a 1 mana 2/1, I believe. And then I think it shuffled a 1 mana 4/3 into your deck. So, it's a 1/3 body versus a 2/1, and this one doesn't always shuffle into your deck. Yeah, Raptor Hatchling. Yeah, the thing about this card is, one, if like they coin out a 3/2, let's say, then you don't even get the shuffle effect, right? Because it has to survive the damage. So it's kind of like the fact that it doesn't always shuffle is good. I mean, that's what I'm kind of trying to think about, because I remember with that card, unless you drew the 4/3 like immediately, and I mean like the next turn or like one turn after that, you didn't really want to draw it because it just didn't do enough. So I don't know. I would say it's kind of a wash on the effect. Like basically to me, this card's a 1 mana 1/3 with a beast tag, which is good, right? Like maybe with our new scale, it's like average. I feel like a 3 is probably appropriate for this card. Like there's some cases where if you have targeted draw or something, I don't know if we have targeted draw for this expansion, it could be okay, but yeah, I think 3 is fine. I would draft it a lot. Wound Prey. 1 mana. Deal 1 damage. Summon a 1/1 hyena with rush. So, wait, this is just like a super power creep card, right? Was it on the hunt? There was a card with basically the exact same wording as this, except the beast that you summon didn't have rush. So, yeah. So it's on the hunt plus. So it's really good. It's really, really good. Two split damage. It can go face for one. Is it real? I mean, I'm just thinking about how much the power creep has gotten to us. Like, is it that insane? Compared, like, if you think about other classes, like that's a shooting star or something along those lines. I mean, it's a good card. It's a good card. I think it's above average, but it's not like busted. I feel like it's like a 3.5. Slightly above average, I'd say. Yeah, sure. You can use it as a frenzy activator. Yeah, sure. I mean, I like the card. Again, anything that's like 3+, you'll draft a lot. Kolkar Pack Runner. 2 mana, 2/3. After you cast a spell, summon a 1/1 hyena with rush. So again, 2 mana, 2/3 is fine. You're likely going to get, like, if any, you're probably not going to get many triggers of this effect. But even if you get like one, it's still a pretty good effect for a 2-cost card. Is that effect enough to move it from like an average card to like a slightly above average card? I don't know. I feel like it's like a 3. It's between a 3 and a 3.5 for me. So I'm gonna go with a 3. I'm not all that impressed. It's like a 3 to 3.5. You guys want to go 3.5? Damn it. All right. Gosh, I should just be harder, but I'd like this to be a community event, so I should listen to the people a little bit. 3.5 is acceptable. Yes. Go team. All right, what else we got? Prospector's Caravan. 2 mana, 1/3. At the start of your turn, give all minions in your hand +1/+1. So this is a new kind of type of card. It doesn't have a tag or anything, but I think they all say Caravan. And they all have start of turn effects. The big problem with these cards is just that. Like, start of turn is not very good. Because it's a 1/3. So if it doesn't... Like, it could very well die the turn you play it and get free killed. And then you get no effect at all. Obviously, some of them might... if they can stick, they snowball. But the chances that they stick is pretty low, especially with all the rush we have going around in Arena right now. So I'm not very impressed in these cards. And it's not like if they stick one turn, at least with this one. At the start of your turn, give all minions in your hand +1/+1. If you get one trigger of it, it's definitely good, right? Like, it's definitely good. And if you get 2 triggers of it, then it just becomes insane. But how likely is it to live for at least one turn? I don't know. I'm actually coming... This one doesn't seem terrible to me. +1/+1. If you just compare it to like the Paladin card from Mean Streets, right? That's a 1/1 that buffs. And that's like... You immediately get the buff, but I think there's a decent chance you'll get one trigger of it, right? I don't know. I'm going to say, I feel like it's somewhere, I want to say like a 2.5. Like, I don't know if it's quite an average card. Like, would I take this versus a 3/2 in Hunter? I'm not sure. Probably would just take a 3/2. But yeah. I mean, I remember this card compared to, like, there was the Taverns of Time card 1/3, but that was different. That the power level of that was like really, really insane. I'm not sure if this one is quite that level. Isn't it better than Scrap Imp on turn 1? I don't think so. I mean, on turn 1, it's good, right? But you need to have it in hand on turn 1, and like later on in the game, it can be really bad. All right, so we're talking about this card in like the best case scenario. You have it in your hand on on turn 1 with the coin or turn 2 and you play it. If you have to play it like in the late game, it's awful. If you have to play in the mid game, it likely doesn't survive a turn. So even in the best case scenario, I still don't think it's that good. So I'm going to say it's below average. I'm going to go with a 2.5. And I think that's maybe generous. Like, it might be like a 2, but I'll go with a 2.5. All right, Tame Beast. 2 mana, summon a 2/2 beast with rush. Upgrades when you have 5 mana. So 2 mana for a 2/2 beast with rush. Okay. Rank 2. Need some water. Rank 2 summons a 4/4 beast with rush. Whoa. Oh. Okay. Rank 3 is a 6/6 beast with rush. Wait, this one's pretty good. Like, the mana cost doesn't change, right? So if you play this in the late game as a 6/6 rush, that's pretty insane for 2 mana. Crazy tempo. And here too, even if I think 5 mana is probably the more reasonable one. 5 mana for a 4/4 rush. It's pretty damn solid. I want to say this is like it feels like a 4, I would say, to me. And again, it's flexible, right? If you just think about like arena cards, like if you need to kill something in the early game, you can play and it doesn't feel like terrible, right? I like it. All right, Pack Kodo. Does this have to be in your hand to upgrade? That's a good question. I think the answer is no, right, chat? Like whenever, as long as you have the mana crystals, even if you it has the upgraded effect, right? You wouldn't have to like wait a turn. Yep. All right, Pack Kodo. 3 mana, 3/3 beast tag. Battlecry, discover a beast, secret, or weapon. And so from the reveal stream today, we saw that this card, you get each of those types offered to you. So one card will be a beast, one will be a secret, or one will be a weapon. I was thinking about this card for a while. I'm not entirely sure how good it is. I'll know what you guys think. Like, on one hand, I'm a little bit worried about the fact it's a 3/3. Because I'm so used to playing these cards that generate value and they're not that understated. But I guess if you compare it to the 5 mana 4/4 elemental that we have right now, that has spell damage on it. But still, it's definitely quite understated. And that card's quite good. So, pretty good for fetching answers. Yeah, or like, it pretty much guaranteed gives you some reach, right? The fact that one's always a weapon makes it much better. Yeah, I think the weapon pull is pretty nutty. The only thing about it is it's just a weapon. So I don't know how many expensive weapons we have. Like Piranha Launcher comes back. And is Gladiator's Longbow going? Or is that, I forget which cards are rotating with the core set, but like if the one weapon you get is like one that you can't play for a while, it might be kind of right? It's a common as well. Yeah, you'll be seeing a lot of it. I think it's good. Like what, 3.5, 4 level type thing? I don't think it's like a 4.5. Because like a 4.5 would be this, but a 3/4, right? Then it would be like insane. I think 4 is probably fair. It's like a 3.5 to 4 for me, I would say. All right. Tavish Stormpike. 3 mana, 2/5 legendary. After a friendly beast attacks, summon a beast from your deck that costs 1 less. 2/5 stat line is okay. I mean, the idea of this card is that you would hold it in hand, right? It's more of a constructor card. You hold it in hand, then you have a big beast attack, or you have like a rush beast, and then you pull like another rush beast, and it gets really nutty. It's not going to happen all that often that way in Arena, but it's still a 2/5, which isn't terrible with a little bit of upside. So I'd say it's like a 3. 3. It's like 3 to 3.5. I'd say it's a 3 because I'd rather have a 3-4 than a 2-5, but it does have a potential positive effect. All right, let me get 3. 3 it up. All right. Piercing Shot. 4 mana, deals 6 damage to a minion. Excess damage hits the enemy hero. Hey, chat. Do you know who the guy getting shot kind of looks like? Huh? Kind of looks like Regis. Did you guys know that Regis was in the reveal stream today? Did you know he has a beard and kind of looks like Regis? I don't know how many of you guys were there, but they were memeing on that thing for like, I don't know, like 20 minutes, and I was like, we got it. It is funny. It is funny, but we got it the first 4 times. Okay, Piercing Shot. So we lose KC. So it's a new damage dealer, like finisher type thing, right? I would say. You can use it on your own minions, so you could like ping off your 1/1 or whatever to deal 5 face. So it's definitely a strong card. And if you do need to use it to actually just remove, it feels bad, but it's still quite good. How good is this card? I think Reach is just extremely valuable as a hunter. Reach and it goes through taunt in a way. So yeah, it feels like 3.5 to 4 type way for me. Fireball feels bad, but it's not exactly the same, right? Because like the difference between this and let's say Fireball is that you can't just choose to put all the damage face. You need to have a situation set up where you can do the damage, right? And Fireball, you could just, at any point you can be like 6 to the dome. So anyhow, I think the card's good. I think 4 is fair. All right, War Song Wrangler. That is a good point that this doesn't waste damage. Yeah, that's a good way to think. Like, if you need 4 damage on a minion to clear it, then you also get 2 damage face to kind of chip away. That's true. That's true. That's a good argument. I think 4 is fair, though. Damn, I'm losing my voice a little bit. Hold on. Too much yapping. Okay, War Song Wrangler. 4 mana, 3/4. Battle Cry. Discover a beast in your deck. Give all copies of it +2/+1 wherever they are. So we saw this card in the reveal stream today. It seems okay, right? Like I like this card because you can use it to kind of fill in your curve, from arena perspective. Like obviously playing a 3/4 and 4 feels kind of bad, but whenever you play it, you probably get a deck filler, and +2/+1 is a pretty good buff. Like it makes minions significantly better. So I like it. I think it's like, I mean, the ideal situation is you buff multiple beasts, but that's probably not going to happen very often, right? So what do you guys think? 3.5, probably somewhere in that range? I want it to be above average. Well, I'll go with a 3.5. That might be a little bit generous, but it's a fun card. It's a fun card. All right. Barak Kodobane. 5 mana, 3/5. Battlecry, draw a 1, 2, and 3 cost spell. Man, it's hard to think about this for Arena. Right? It's like, will you have all of those? This is a 4. You guys think it's really good? How many cheap spells does Hunter have right now? Because that's really what it depends upon. Like, what do we get back? Because, again, we're getting MSG back. We're getting Rise of Shadows back. And we have the standard sets in. Mini, Secrets, +1/1. No, Casey's gone. No. It's a 3/5. Yeah, I mean, it's quite understated, right? 5-mana 3/5 is really bad stats. We do get Quick Shot back. That's a really good one. Rapid Fire comes back. Okay. Playing a 5-mana 3/5 is rough. But the idea is like you play it in, I don't know, the mid to late game when you just need more fuel, right? So I'm going to say it's average. Maybe a little above average. I feel like a 3.5, and you guys can be like, oh, always 3.5. But it does feel like a 3.5 to me. 4 feels a little bit high because its stat line isn't great. And in Arena, you won't always get draw 3 because you don't build your deck for it. So I feel like 3.5 is appropriate. Okay. All right. 3 max is giving up way too many stats. If you draw 3, the card's still very, very good. It could be reach. I still think it's pretty good, and you kind of know what you're getting, right? If you like look at your deck, so you'll have an idea of when to play it and when you need it. Okay, you never draw 3 though. Watch me do it. Okay, what's next? We are done with Hunter. Done with Hunter. On to Mage. Man, we've barely done anything. Woo-wee. More water. More water. I don't even think I have lozenges today. We're going to lose our voice. Is this why Merps and Walk to have 2 people to talk? Because when only me talking, it's a struggle. All right, on to Mage. Oh, baby. Oh, Mage. I love you, Mage. The first card is Flurry. 0 mana. Freeze a random enemy minion. Upgrades when you have 5 mana. Okay, so another one of these spells. Rank 2, it freezes 2 enemy minions. Rank 3, it freezes 3. I don't think there's enough freeze synergy to make this card worth it, right? Like, there is definitely some. Like, we get Snap Freeze back from the core set, but I don't think there's enough for it to be great. It is good with Spell Burst, but paying a card for that effect, I don't know. I mean, at 10 mana, it's likely a 0 mana Frost Nova, which is kind of good. I think it's. A lot of people are saying 1. I think it has some potential. I'm gonna go with a 1.5. I think 1.5 is okay. Freeze is valuable. Sometimes Frost Nova wins you games, right? And this is a 0 mana one sometimes. I don't think it's that bad. All right. Okay. On the next one. And just a reminder, chat, I appreciate any resubs and stuff, but I'll address them all at the end of the review, okay? Because I don't want to derail things, but I appreciate you guys. Have a half heart. Oh boy, this card. Oh, even as someone that loves Mage, this card just. Oh boy. All right, so the card is Ruined Orb. I should mention it before I talk about it. Ruined Orb, 2 mana, deal 2 damage, discover a spell. So very, 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 very good. This is not better than Glyph. This is much better than Glyph. I don't even think it's close. It's way better than Glyph, no? Okay, so here's my thinking. You use it as like a Flame Geyser or a Frostbolt, so you get tempo on that turn. And then you get to find something for later as well, right? I think I would take this over Glyph most of the time. I guess the upside of Glyph is you get the reduction, right? But having something that gives you like spot removal and then generates value is just really, really insane. We got 1 mana Breath. Yeah, but that had a. So which card are you talking about? Are you talking about the one that required you have a dragon in hand? Because if you guys remember that card, right? I forget the exact name of it, but deal 2 damage, Arcane Breath, I think. Deal 2 damage and discover off of it. it was unbelievably busted. Because at that time, you get quite a few dragons in the meta. So it was just insane. I mean, it was also really good because I think at that point in time, you could actually discover the same card. So you could go Arcane Breath into Arcane Breath into Arcane Breath type thing. But so this card is a little bit worse than that, except for the fact it doesn't have a requirement. Like, you don't have to be holding a dragon. And yes, this can also go face. You know what I'm slamming down on this one, chat? I am slamming this down as a clean 5. 5, baby. Easy 5. Boom. Shakalaka. Sound like a boomer now. I think Ruined Orb is insane. Absolutely insane. Yeah, it's also yeah, it's also common cards. So you're going to be getting Ruined Orb all over the place. Fun. All right, next card. Wildfire. 2 mana, increase the damage of your hero power by 1. This is kind of a hard card to evaluate. So, like, the way I see Wildfire is if you get it early in the game, it's going to be really insane. Like, if you play this on 2 and get a 2 damage hero power now for the rest of the game, it's insane. But if you draw it later on, it's going to feel likely very underwhelming. And yeah, it's just like the hero power effect isn't always good too. So oftentimes you just need 1 damage. So I don't think it's insane in Arena. Like, I think it's one of those things where it's a frustrating card because when you play against someone that drops it on 2 and gets that value for the whole game, it's going to feel bad, right? But I don't think I'm going to draft Wildfire all that often, to be completely honest. I think, like, if I get it... So we're getting Magic Trick back, for example. Magic Trick is returning. So if you play Magic Trick on 1 and get this card, like, I think it's a very good pickup. But, yeah, putting it just in your deck... I'm not too crazy about it. So I think honestly it's a little bit below average card for that reason. Not a lot, but I'm gonna go with a 2.5. I think it's like between a 2 and 2.5 probably. What I will say, I'm really hoping this like buff your hero power thing is good and constructed, because I do enjoy me some Mage and constructed. And playing that, what is it? We'll see it soon, but the deal 10 to like face in the board and stuff. Oh yeah, give me that card. All right. Anyhow, moving on. Don't construct a Keck W. We might do a little constructed in the next expansion, guys. Just like a little switch it up. So some of these cards excite me. And constructed, that's right. All right, Arcane Luminary. 3 mana, 4/3. Elemental tag. Cards that didn't start in your deck cost 2 less, but not less than 1. Okay, so if you play this card after you do after you do this one, after you do Ruined Orb, boom, it's just like Glyph. Easy. Easy. It's good, right? It's a good card. I would say it's like average, because most of the time you're not going to hit more than one card. But the stat line is a little bit worse, I would say, than a 3/4, right? But there is a little potential for upside. So I feel like 3 is pretty appropriate here. I hope Elementals actually can work. I feel like there aren't going to be enough of them, right? We lose Angoro, so I don't know. We'll see how many there are in this set. Okay. Oasis Alley. Ally. New Mage Secret. 3 mana with a frost tag. When a friendly minion is attacked, summon a 3/6 water elemental. This card's very good. Very good. You know, if you just think about Arena, how often it comes down to minion trades, like especially if you're playing against a mage, you know, face damage tends to be something you want to avoid, so you do tend to trade into their stuff a lot. Yeah, oftentimes it will just be 3 mana for a water elemental. And water elemental has kind of stood the test of time. It's still a really good card for 4 mana. So yeah, I think this card is very good. I don't think it's quite like 4.5 level. I think probably 4 is appropriate. The thing about it is it's very good, and then it also has an annoying aspect of it that it's a secret. So you play it, and then people have to worry about counterspell, or we keep counterspell, right? Do we lose any secrets with the core set? Maybe spellbind or spellbinder. Like, I can't remember, chat. What is staying from the for the core set for secrets? Like, is vape gone? I can't remember all the different what's happening with all the different secrets, but you still have to play around other other secrets, which makes it quite good. Bender's out. Yeah, that's what I remember. Bender was out. I don't remember if vape was rotating too, but yeah, ice block has been out for ages, so. Counter barrier Mirren. Okay, yeah. So anytime counter is in, you're going to have to think about that. All right. There's no punish for going face. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Then there's only one play. Next meta, always face. All right. Moving on. Rhyme Tongue. 3 mana, 3/4. After you cast a frost spell, summon a 1/1 elemental that freezes. So it has to be a frost spell. I think it's just the 3, to be honest. I like, maybe you have to bump it up to a 3.5 because there is a potential for upside, but only on frost spells. I guess 3.5 is okay. I don't think the effect's going to happen all that often. So, you know, but still. You probably deserves to be bumped up a little bit. It is annoying. Like, if you remember the, what was the 5 mana card? 3/4, some of those 2/1/1s that freeze? I'm sure Chat knows. Chat knows everything. That card was quite annoying. Like, those 1/1 freezes mess up your turns quite a bit. So, you know, I wouldn't say that it's like a non-effect if you do make it work. Yeah, Hailbringer. Yep. All right. Reckless Apprentice. Read the flavor poem. Warriors are red, frost spells are blue. If you're being hit by a weapon, Rhyme Tongue's got you. Wow, that's beautiful. Actually beautiful. Reckless Apprentice. 4 mana, 3/5. Battlecry, fire your hero power at all enemies. So this card is just good, right? Like, even if you don't buff your hero power, it's still just good. It's Twilight Flamecaller that comes 1 turn later, but instead of a 2/2 body, you get a 3/5. So, yeah, I think this card's really, really, really good. AoE on a stick, and again, I don't love 3/5 stat line, but even if you play it like into a 5/4, you make the 5/4 now a 5/3. Yeah, it also goes face. Yeah. I think the fact for me that it goes face makes it a 5. Like, if you're going like 4.5 to 5, what puts it just over the top? The face damage. Yeah, great card. Again, gonna try to make it work in constructed. Wish me luck. Well, I hope other people make it work in constructed and I can copy it, you know? Yeah, it's just a way better Twilight Flamecaller. All right, Refreshing Spring Water. This definitely is has wow feelings for me. I remember drinking that in like the arena. I think it was the arena water for a while. So 4 mana, draw 2 cards, refresh 2 mana crystals for each spell draw. So for this card in arena, we have to think about how many cards in your deck are generally spells. Oh, it's just the level 1 water. Is that what it is? Okay. Yeah, I knew it had some kind of WoW vibes. So it's a worse Arcane Intellect if you don't get any reduction. I would say maybe 20% of your deck would be spells. So most of the time it's going to be like an AI or worse, right? So doesn't seem great. It doesn't seem great. Like 1.5, 2, probably not 1.5, because I mean Arcane Intellect's still a good card. I would say 2. I'm gonna go with a 2. You guys think it'll be nerfed to constructed? Yeah. But for Arena, Okay, Varden Dawn Grasp. 4 mana, 3/3. Battlecry, freeze all. If any are already frozen, deal 4 damage to them instead. And you guys said Flurry was a 0 or a 1 or whatever. It's not that hard. Just have Flurry, play Flurry, then play this card, deal 4 to 3 enemies. Easy. Easy peasy. I mean, this card's very good, right? Yeah, again, it's a legendary. You won't see it all that often, but it's probably what, like a 4.5 or something? 3? No way. This card's way better than a 3. Frost Nova plus a 3/3 body with the potential to do damage to stuff. I mean, maybe it's like a 4. I don't know. It's still quite good. We can go with a 4. But it's good. 3.5 tops, no chance. No chance. All right, guys. Mordresh Fire Eye. 10 mana, 10/10. Battlecry, if you've dealt 10 damage with your hero power this game, deal 10 damage to all enemies. I'm very excited for this card in Constructed. Unfortunately for Arena, I don't think it's very good. It's a kind of card where you'd only really be able to take it if you took the Wildfire card or whatever, a hero power buff card early. Because 10 damage from your hero power is a lot. I guess if you get the 4-drop, the Reckless Experimenter, it might get easier to proc, right? Like if you draft a couple of those, then it could actually be very good. Yeah, that does count. It definitely counts, the 4-drop. So, you know, maybe you can make it work. But I think it's going to be... You really need those cards because you're not going to ping 10 times in an arena game. The 10/10 body counts for something. That's true. That's true. Yeah, it's not like if it goes off, it's insane because you also get a 10/10. So, you know, it can be great, but you need to have the right draft for it. So what is that worth? 3.5 maybe? I think too often, I don't want to make this one too high because I think too often people are going to draft it thinking they're going to always get that effect, and oftentimes you're not going to get it. So, but if you have the right cards in place, it could be way better than this, right? 2 Reckless Experimenters, and all of a sudden this thing's like a 5. So, it's a 1.5. You guys don't believe. You guys don't believe. You guys don't believe. I'm going to have 3 Reckless Experimenters. I'm going to draft a Wildfire, and I'm going to win games. And then you're going to be like, damn, Dreads was right. Dreads was right. But I'll drop it down to a 3. Just for you guys. Go team. 3. Mordresh Fire Eye will give it a 3. All right. What else? Paladonger. Moving on to the Paladonger. Water break. Got to play a water. I do have to play an ad every now and then. I hope you guys understand. By water, I mean Tim Hortons coffee. All right. Here we go. On to Paladin. Conviction. Rank spell. Give a random friendly minion +3 attack. Upgrades when you have 5 mana. Wait a second. Didn't there used to just be a card that was 1 mana, give a minion +3 attack? Holy power creeped. Holy power creep. But I want to take the rating out because I haven't rated it yet. Okay, so you get 2 friendly minions plus 3. I'm guessing this is 3. Yeah, 3 random friendly minions plus 3 attack. Oh, it's random. Fair enough. You're right. I didn't see that. It's random. Okay, that does make it a little bit worse. That does make it a little bit worse. I still think this card's pretty good, though. Bad? I don't think it's bad. Because that card wasn't terrible, right? But what is the name of the card I was thinking of that gives a minion plus 3 attack? Like, it was a little expensive to play a card for, but the reason I like these ranked spells is that if you're in a situation where it's like, it's like an okay play, yeah, Blessing of Might's it. Then, and you know, you're like, oh, I guess I'll do it. It's not going to get much better. With these, with the ranked cards, like if you hold them and you get plus 3 attack to 3 friendly minions, that could all of a sudden be a lot. So I don't know. I don't think it's a bad card. I think it's probably like an average card. Like to me, this is probably like a 3, I'd say. But yeah, it definitely has its uses. All right. Galloping Savior. 1 mana secret. After your opponent plays 3 cards in a turn, summon a 3/4 steed with taunt. It's bad. This is one of the really bad secrets, I'd say. They've printed a lot of good ones, and obviously, you know, this one might be good and constructed because people play a lot of cards and have a lot of cheap stuff. But in Arena, this card's quite bad. Yeah, like this one feels like a 1. Oftentimes people, and once they know what it is, you paid a card for this effect, and they probably can get away just playing 2 cards a turn. So, stop trolling me, Goldfish. I see your troll. Okay, it's not like that. Flavor text is awesome. Look to my coming on the first light of the 3rd card. I don't get it. What does that mean? Is that like a movie reference? Look to my coming on the first light of the 3rd card. Oh, guys, you know I don't watch 4-hour movies. Okay, come on. I don't spend 4 hours of my life watching a movie. Apparently it's a Lord of the Rings reference. Okay. No, thank you. I will pass. Knight of Anointment. 1 mana, 1/1. Battlecry, draw a holy spell. It's good, right? It's good. It thins your deck a little bit. Like, oftentimes you'll be drawing a secret or whatever with it. And that's fine. It's good. What do you guys think? How good? Like average? A little above average? 1/1 body's only okay. I think I feel like 3. You guys think it's worse than average? No, I think it was like a 3. Draw Consecrate, but below average for me. So the only way this card becomes below average is if there's a good chance you don't draw anything. Right? And I don't think that's all that likely. I think you'll likely at least get a secret or something. So I think a 3 is fair. All right. Soldier's Caravan. 2 mana, 1/3. At the start of your turn, summon 2 1/1 Silverhand recruits. So we already talked about these Caravan cards a little bit. And I think this is one of the better ones, right? Like if you're, I'm not crazy about any of the cards, but Paladin can, in theory, protect this a little bit better, I want to say. Like, you could buff it, right? Like, you could drop it and Kings it or something. That's a great play. But, you know, like, it's a little bit easier to keep it alive, I'd say. And 2 1/1s every turn is really annoying if you do fall behind. So, you know, it's one of those cards where if they have the board, it's going to be terrible. But I feel like with Paladin, if they have the board, you're already kind of screwed. So, you know, you naturally play for taking the board early. So I don't know. I think this card is one of the better Caravan cards. I don't know if I would say it's great, but the 1/1s don't have initiative. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You can't like buff them and make a trade immediately. Okay, well, we'll go slightly below average. 2.5. I think it could be like a 3-ish, but 2.5 seems fair. In the right deck, I will draft it, though. Definitely try it. Oh boy. So Sword of the Fallen. 2 mana, 1 attack, 3 durability weapon. After your hero attacks, cast a secret from your deck. So there's a lot of secrets right now. So I think there's gonna be like you're gonna be offered them a lot in Paladin. So this just makes secrets that you take become very, very good. It obviously depends on a lot of things. Like you need to have you need to have a few to make it worth it. But early game weapons are also just, I mean, weapons are just good, all right? And even if you have this and play like the mid game, getting a secret makes things annoying for your opponent. So I like this card a lot. I'm going to say it's like a 4. I'm going to go with a 4. Like, because if you could guarantee you'd have like 3 or 4 secrets, let's say 3 secrets in your deck, it would probably be like a 5, right? But this card's very good. What with 4 question marks? I think you underestimate this card. If you're saying 4 question marks, I'm just gonna say it. You don't draft secrets. Well, one of the reasons you don't draft secrets normally is because the secrets suck in Paladin. Like most of them are very, very mediocre. But isn't Avenge coming back as like core set now or something? And we're getting other good secrets. So like it pulls them from your deck so you don't have to draw them as like a mediocre top deck too. So I don't know. I think 4 is pretty damn fair. All right. Northwatch Commander. 3 mana, 3/4. Battle cry. If you control a secret, draw a minion. So again, Spider Tank. Spider Tank with upside. Control a secret, draw a minion. So most of the time it's just a 3-point or a 3/4, which we said is a 3. But again, I'd say there's like occasional upside, right? So probably 3.5. The upside on this one is you're more likely to get it though, because you can play it in the same turn. It doesn't have to like the secret doesn't have to like stick for a turn or anything, because you know the secret's only 1 mana. So like turn 4, play a secret, play this is, you know, kind of decent. It's between a 3.5 and a 4. 4 is probably a little bit high, but it really just depends on how many secrets you have, right, in your deck. 3.5. Cariel Rome? Cariel Rome? Am I saying that right? Rome? Cariel Rome. All right, 4 mana, 4/3. Legendary card with Rush and Divine Shield. Whenever this attacks, reduce the cost of holy spells in your hand by 1. I mentioned this before on stream, but when I originally saw this card, people were like, oh my god, this card's so nutty. Hold on, I gotta close this. The glare is gonna get kind of crazy. This card is so nutty. Oh my god, it's so insane. I'm like, what are people talking about? This card doesn't even seem good at all. But I didn't see the Divine Shield part. So somehow I read this card as just a 4 mana 4/3 rush. I was like, I mean, it's okay, I guess. You could get some upside, but yeah, this card is like bonkers good, right? Just even without the effect, correct? A 4/3 rush Divine Shield is just insane. It's kind of like a fishy flyer where you can kill something, but then instead of it going back into your hand, you just get to keep it on the board. So this for me is like an easy 5. Easy 5. And like, because it's very good even without the effect. If you get the effect, that it's even more insane. So it's just, yeah. Yeah, compare it to Argent Commander. Obviously this can't go face, but yep. Guys, is this just going to be the new meme with four question marks, huh? Is what plus 4 question marks going to be the new meme in the channel, huh? Is that... All right, Invigorating Sermon. 4 mana, give +1/+1 to all minions in your hand, deck, and battlefield. kind of a hard card to evaluate. Like, because the fact that it buffs your board, your hand, and your deck means 4 mana isn't that expensive, right? That looks like a 5. What? Question mark, question mark? Depends on how fast the meta is. Yeah, it's just like, it's one of those things where obviously it doesn't have a body attached to it or anything. But if you have the board and you are able to just use it to like trade up a little bit, and then you play buffed things for the rest of the game, it could be pretty damn good. Compare it to Arena Fanatic. Do you guys remember Arena Fanatic? 4 mana, 2/3. Only buff your hand. But you got that juicy 2/3 body. I think I don't know. I think this card's pretty good, actually. I think it's above average. I actually think it's like, you buff 1/1s and stuff, right? But we're still gonna have the dude synergy. I've had a lot of Paladin runs where I have like a bunch of 1/1s on my board and I can't really do much with them outside of if I draft like the Libram to make everything one health or whatever. So I actually think this card's pretty decent. I'm gonna go with a 3.5. 3.5. Boom. Too situational? We'll see. We'll find out. We'll find out. That's a lot of stats. Board, hand, and deck. Board, hand, deck. Board, hand, deck. Board, hand, deck. All of them. If you hero power, does it make it a 2/2? Well, if you have the right order. If you have Twitch chat order of play this card, then hero power, then no, it doesn't work. But if you play the hero power first, then yes, it works. Yeah. Anything, it becomes a minion on your board, right? So, I think it's pretty good. All right, what else we got? Veteran War Medic. 4 mana, 3/5. After you cast a holy spell, summon a 2/2 medic with lifesteal. Epic card. I don't love the 3/5 stat line. Like, obviously you play this and you play like 1 secret on 5 mana, it's like pretty good, but you guys think it's like sick? I don't know. Again, a lot of these Paladin cards, they feel like they're tailored around secrets. So it all depends on how many secrets you get. I think I will lean towards drafting more secrets because of the way these cards are worded. So, you know, I think it's decent. Perhaps a 3.5. Maybe it's more like a 3. I feel like unless you play this with like 3 spells in a row, I don't like the 3/5 stat line. I'm going to break the mold and put it as a 3. I don't want you guys to have me figured out, all right? Going with a 3. Not all spells have school tag, secrets included, but I'm pretty sure secrets are holy spells. I think. I'm pretty sure. Wait, secrets aren't holy? What? Wait, really? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, only 2 of them are? Last secret is not holy. Wait, did we see a secret? Hold on, we have one here, right? Oh, you're right. Oh. Okay. Would I rate this a 3? It might be worse than that. Because I feel like secrets were the most likely way to have it work. Avenge is holy, though? Why wouldn't they just make all of the secrets be holy? I don't understand. Why is it? Would this be too busted? Maybe they just haven't updated the text. Anyhow, we'll leave it as a 3. I'm rating that off of all of the secrets having a type. If not, then maybe it's like a 2.5, but it's fine. That's weird. All right. Cannon Master Smythe. 5 mana, 4/4. Battlecry, transform your secrets into 3/3 soldiers. They transform back when they die. I don't know. Again, see, all of these depend on how many secrets you get, right? Can they be silenced? I'm assuming they can be. Does anyone know? Pretty garbage in Arena. I mean, this card's awful unless you have at least one secret. If you have one secret, it's good. It's kind of like the classic card, right? The 4/4 that summons a 2/2 for 5, but a little bit better because you get a 3/3. And then if you have 2 secrets, it's really nutty. But I feel like the chances of making this work is really low because you kind of have to play it. You need to have the 2 secrets up at the same time, really. So, will secrets trigger on the kill? I have no idea. I don't know enough about how this card works, but I don't think it's very good in Arena. Feels like maybe a 2. All right. If you get 1 secret off, then it's probably like a 3.5. If you get 2 off, then it's probably like a 5. So, will the death rattle say which secret? I have to believe no. Right? I don't know the answer to that, but I'd be surprised if the death rattle said what the secret was, because that would be kind of weird. I think it will probably just say death rattle cast secret. I don't know. All right, that's it. That's all the Paladin. We are done with Paladonger. No more Paladonger. It says only you can see it. Okay, it's viewable to you. Okay, all right. Makes sense. And do we know the answer to the other one? The other question, chat? Will do the secrets trigger when it dies, or like on death, or no? On to priest, chat. On to priest. Who loves a really dirty, greedy, nasty priest deck? Can I get some Craigasms in chat if you're like me and you just something about a dirty, nasty priest deck just makes you feel something. Whew. Oh. Not a nasty priest without MC. I will miss that a little bit. That is true. All right, let's see it. Void Flayer. 4 mana, 3/4. Battlecry. For each spell in your hand, deal 1 damage to a random enemy minion. It's, again, this is a very polarizing card. Because, I just think back to how many times when I'm playing Priest, I have, like, even in Arena right now, I'll have like 3 or 4 spells in hand. And, in those situations, this card is absolutely insane. But I think in most cases, it's pretty meh, right? For each spell in your hand, deal 1 damage to... Wait, 1 damage to a random enemy minion. Oh. I was originally thinking it was deal 1 damage AoE per spell. Wait, it's just deal 1 damage to a random enemy minion for each spell? Wait, it's terrible. It's just bad. Because even if you have, like... It's kind of like that card we had before. What's it called? The Mage one, where, like, based on how many cards you had in hand... It did like arcane missiles, and that card was just garbage. So this card sucks. It's bad. No, this is not a 2.5. This is like garbage tier. I'll go with 1.5. I think this card sucks. Meteorologist. There we go. Yeah, that card. Ugh. All right. Okay, Power Word Fortitude. Wait, why is it like this order? I wanted to do it in order of their cost. Not most recent. Mana high to low. Oh, but we already had messed it up if we want to do it that way. Wait, sorry, mana low to high, I mean. Whatever, we'll just skip Void Flare when it comes back around. Professional streamer, by the way. Okay, Desperate Prayer. 0 mana, restore 5 health to each hero. What? Huh? What else do I get? I got to get something, right? Huh? I mean, so the idea of this card is like they print that. We'll see it later, but they printed that card where if you restored health, you deal it to like the board. So this is the idea is it's supposed to be used with that card, right? Like that's the idea. Obviously for arena, it's just a 1. Whatever the lowest on our scale is, it also heals your opponent. So, yep. Condemn. 2 mana. Deal 1 damage to all enemy minions. And this is another one of those rake spells. So let's see. The 5 mana version is deal 2 damage to all enemy minions. The 10 mana version, deal 3 damage to all enemy minions. Gross. Gross. Dude, this card is busted. It's busted. And it's only enemy minions. It doesn't even hit your board. It's really disgusting. Yeah. I mean, it's probably like a 5, right? It's like 4.5 to 5. I think I'll if it's close, I like going with the 5. This card is really gross. So yeah, great card. It'll be good at like any stage. I mean, on 2 mana, it's only Arcane Explosion, which isn't like that insane, right? But I'd say all the other versions are just nutty. Actually, wait, the more I think about it, maybe it's more of like a 4.5. This is like a Holy Nova, but its flexibility makes it insane. No, I'm gonna stick with a 5. Like, it's just flexible. Flexibility counts for a lot. I don't know why I did that, and I don't know why I winked, but I did it, and now I can't take it back. Serena Bloodfeather. 2 mana, 1/1 legendary card. Battlecry, choose an enemy minion, steal attack and health from it until this has more. Kind of a weird card. How good is this card, chat? Is it? I mean, it's good, right? Like, because you can use it to neutralize a big minion. But let's say you play it on like an 8/8. What do you end up with? Is there an easy way to do the math? It becomes a 2/2, 2/2. That becomes a 7/7, 3/3, 6/6, 4/4, 5/5, 5/5, 4/4. Did I do that right? So you get a 5/5. They have a 4/4. Is that okay? I mean, I don't know. Genius. I guess I don't steal. Easy translation: steal half of attack and health rounded up. Half of attack and health rounded up. 5/5. Yeah, okay. Use it to value trade. I mean, it's a good card. Like, I mean, it's good, right? It's definitely good. But I don't think it's like a 5. Because you think about it, you have cards like Paladin, right? Or even like Brittlebone. Where, yeah, they're a little more expensive, but they just like straight remove the minion. So, I think it's good. Like a 4, I want to say, probably. 4 seems fair. What does it mean have more? Like, what if it's like 1 out of 7? As long as it has more. I don't think you can have that in Hearthstone, right? Like, there's no fractional health and stuff, so. Yeah. All right. Soothsayer's Caravan. 2 mana, 1/3. At the start of your turn, copy a spell from your opponent's deck. Wait. Copy a spell from your opponent's deck to your hand. Copy a spell from your opponent's deck to your hand. It's just, again, it's just like too situational, right? It's just kind of how it is. Like, yeah, it's good value. But if they have a 3/2 on the board, they just kill it. And then you get nothing. And you played a 2 mana 1/3. And you got nothing for it. Yeah, I mean, with all of these Caravan cards, the fact that it's start of your turn changes everything. Like, you can very easily play this and get no value out of it. So I don't know. I don't think it's very good. I don't think it's very good. And even if you do get good value, it doesn't immediately give you power on the board. So if it was a 1/4, well, then all these cards would be much better. If you take all these Caravan cards and make them 1/4s, they're probably all great. Like, that's a very big difference in like that 1 health, especially in Arena, matters a lot, I think. But yeah, so I would say, I don't know, like a 2 is kind of how I feel about this card. Like, maybe the thing about this card is you drop it like, I think the ideal way is you drop it like in the mid to late game, right? And you already have the board, and then it's like, it puts pressure on them to remove it, or you keep getting farther and farther ahead. But again, it requires on you having the board. And I do think, probably because of how many of these cards there are, they will be fairly common and people will draft them. So I think you want to push for the board maybe a little bit more in this meta. But yeah, I don't know. For me, this card, I think it's below average too. All right. Devouring Plague. 3 mana. Lifesteal. Deal 4 damage randomly split among all enemy minions. Huh. I don't know on this one. Like, I was looking at this card and I was like, is it good? 4 damage doesn't feel like a ton, but it does heal you, right? I want the 3/4 of a Firebrand instead. Yeah, I mean, but that's not fair, right? Firebrand is like one of the most busted cards ever. So, nobody Shavara. I mean, the thing is, I think the lifesteal effect matters more in Constructed than Arena. Because, if you are able to live an extra turn, you might pull off some crazy combo type thing. But in Arena, it's like, yeah, you get some health. But oftentimes, I think you'll be playing this and you'll already be at full health because it'll be like, I don't know, on turn 3 or something. So, I don't know, similar to Dark Skies, except only enemies. Yeah, but Dark Skies tends to do way more damage in this, right? I think this is like probably like a 2, I'd say. It's pretty weak removal, a little bit too expensive. So, like, I wouldn't say I'd like never pick it. Like, sometimes you just need a way to get back on the board. But yeah, the spell is awesome in World of Warcraft, says the Shadow Priest player. I hate that spell. Okay. We already did Void Flare. Skip. We already did Void Flare. Zyrella. 4 mana, 4/4. Battlecry. If you've restored health this turn, deal that much damage to enemy minions. Insane. So even if you just heal, right, it's still good. Worst case, which oftentimes is what you'll do in Arena, heal your face, develop a 4/4, deal 2 to enemy minions. It's just really, really good. I think this is definitely a fairly easy 5. Again, legendary. So, well, it's not something you'll be thinking about or playing around. Kind of similar to Silas, right, chat? because it's a legendary, not all that common. You shouldn't worry about playing around it too much. Don't we all agree? Okay. Good. Good. Yes. I'm glad we're all on the same page. Priest of Anchi. 5 mana, 5/5 with taunt. The battle cry is if you've restored health this turn, gain +3/+3. So it's definitely good, right? Like worst case, it's a 5 mana, 5/5 on 5. In probably the average case, it's a 7 mana 8/8 taunt, so 7 mana Ironbark +2 plus you heal your face. So you know it's definitely good. How good? Oh, you could also use it with wait, guys, do we keep Renew? Is Renew still gonna be around? Or is that card out? Yeah, we keep Renew? Okay, yeah, so that'll obviously be really good with it. 4.5. What do we think? It's somewhere in that range. I don't know. I think 4 is probably fair. Because truthfully, like, how good is Ironbark for 7 mana? Like, I mean, it would be okay, but it's really, in this day and age, it's not even that great. So, yeah. Okay, Light Shower Elemental. Quite the card here. Light Shower Elemental. Who was it? I think it was Sottle that was making a joke about this one. How he's going to get banned with it. Anyhow, we're not going to talk about that because this is a family-friendly stream. We don't talk about weird things on this channel, but 6 mana, 6/6 with Taunt. Death Rattle, restore 8 health to all friendly characters. Oh. So you can, I mean, you can heal up your other minions, right? And it's got Taunt, so they kind of have to go into it first. It's pretty good. And a 6/6 Taunt isn't that bad. It's pretty good, actually. Like a 4, I'd say. 8 health is quite a bit. I think it's easily a 4. Oh, this is going to be so annoying when you're trying to kill priests. I think it's like 4 to 4.5 range, right? Because pretty good body and an 8 health. If it was just 8 health to your face, it would probably still be like 3.5 to 4. So I actually think it might be better than that. I think this might be a 4.5. Oops. Because you're not going to get like the full 8 healing on all of your minions, but even if you just heal something up by 2 health or whatever, it's still quite good. All right. Power Word Fortitude. 8 mana. Give a minion +3/+5. Costs 1 less for each spell in your hand. Yeah, so this card is just like way too situational, right? It's too expensive. Like the chances that you play it for a decent amount is just too low. So it's like a 1.5. I think this is honestly probably just a 1. Just way too hard to make work. All right. So what do we think about Priest overall? My initial thought was just a lot of like combo cards. But I mean, Zyrel is obviously insane, but that's a legendary. Priest of Ansha is okay on its own. These two are pretty good on their own. Pretty bad, meh. Good, but legendary, insane. I don't know. I don't think there's enough. Feels to me like there's not enough standalone really good cards for Priest. If like for Arena, right? All right. Let's get some more coffee flowing. Priest's gonna suck in Arena probably. Of course, it's kind of poop. Solid, but the best cards are rare and epic. Yeah. What I will say, though, is Priest is getting back good cards. Like Potion of Madness is back. Potion of Madness is back. Dragonfire Potion is back. Draconid Operative is back. So they're definitely getting some good cards from other expansions. But from this set, it seems kind of eh. Yeah, we're gonna have both Kazakus and the new like a minion Kazakus in at the same time. That'd be kind of cool. Pretty cool. All right, moving on to Rogue. Paralytic Potion. Potion? God damn it, get the potion out of my head. Paralytic Poison. 1 mana, give your weapon +1 attack, and your hero is immune while attacking. It's bad, right? It's like doesn't do enough for one card. Like Blur is not a card for Demon Hunter. Yeah, you get +1 attack, but it's pretty mediocre. Feels like a 1.5 to 2 for me. I mean, the idea is you put it on a big weapon, but I like they didn't announce any big weapons, right? I'm just gonna take a look here real quick. I guess Swine Tusk Shank, but that's an epic. I don't think it's very good. I'm gonna say I think it's actually really bad. I guess what the new Assassin's Blade isn't bad. Okay, all right, I'll go for a 2. Okay, sure. That might be a little bit favorable, but sure. All right, Yoink. Yoink. That's mine now. 1 mana, discover a hero power and set its cost to 0. Swap back after 2 uses. I mean, this is just not good, right? Like, it's just bad. I mean, is it even good and constructed? What is the idea behind this card? Like, try to roll Warlock to get more cards? I don't know. It's not bad, 2 free hero powers. But it's not 2 free hero powers because you have to pay 1 mana for the effect. So it's 1 mana for 2 free hero powers. But you might not even get the hero power you want. Shitty card in Wandmaker pool? Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe it's something like that. I don't think it's very good. Especially like Rogue has a pretty good hero power. So you can dagger earlier. Yeah, that's true. But again, it's like you have to pay a card for that. I don't want to pay a card for that. I think it's really bad. I'm gonna say dumpster, 1.5. Dumpster for me. Dumpster. All right, Efficient Octobot. 2 mana, 1/4 mech. Frenzy, reduce the cost of cards in your hand by 1. All I can think about is tentacles. Like, it's... The problem with this card is... So, like, it just depends, right? Like, a 2 mana 1/4 is pretty bad. If you get the Frenzy effect off, then it's all of a sudden good, I would say. But what I will say about this card is it does affect the way your opponent plays the early game. Because if you play this on 2... they might not want to play, I don't know, their 3/2 or whatever. So then you can kind of get ahead because they don't want you to get value from it. And that will have value in itself. So I don't know. My problem though is like that's like the best case scenario for it. Like again, you have it on 2. Most of the time you're going to have to like invest a card to get the effect or something. So I don't know. Upgradable Framebot with benefit. I mean, but Framebot's pretty bad these days, right? And it has 1 more health, the Framebot. I want to say it's like maybe a 2. Cheating out a turn 3 Yeti is pretty good, right? Well, sure. Again, like I said, if it does get the effect off and you have it in the early game, It's good. No, the Frenzy effect is a one-time thing, chat. Frenzy triggers, and then it can never trigger again on the card. So, I don't know. I'm going to go with the 2. But this one is one of those cards that, like, I could be wrong about it. I could be wrong. But I think a lot of the time it won't really do much. Silverleaf Poison. 2 mana. Give your weapon after your hero attacks, draw a card. It's like okay, because you know you'll probably be able to play it with a you'll probably be able to play it with like a 2-charge dagger at least. So 2 mana, draw 2 over time. Still, it's kind of weird though, because you can't get the 2 cards immediately, and oftentimes when you draw, you're looking for an answer or something. So you can like draw 2 over 2 turns. I don't know. I'm not like crazy about it. You don't always want to swing either. Yeah, exactly. Like sometimes you want to draw, but you don't really have something to swing into, and I'm not all that impressed with it. But it's not terrible. I feel like it's like a 2.5, something like that. Like the also idea is if you put it on like the new Assassin's Blade or something, that all of a sudden you could just be generating tons and tons of value. But again, those like ideal scenarios rarely work. We have like Swindle now, right? Where it's just 2 mana targeted draw, etc. 2.5 might even be a little bit high. I don't know. I don't love the card. Because like I'm dropping it down actually. After thinking about it, after further review, I have decided I have dropped Silverleaf down to a 2. All right. Okay, moving on. Wicked Stab. 2 mana, deal 2 damage. Upgrades when you have 5 mana. All right, so another rank spell. At 5 mana, deals 4 damage. At 10 mana, deals 6 damage. Oh boy. It's a fireball for 2 mana if you're at 10 mana. Holy. 2 mana, deal 4. I mean, that's like an eviscerate, right? It's good. It's good. I mean, it's definitely above average. It's like a 4, 4.5 maybe. I guess the question is, how important is the reduction, right? Because like if you're using it to go face, probably doesn't matter that much, but yeah, so that's kind of what I'm saying, Costa, is like the fact that it's 2 mana compared to 4 mana for like a fireball, or 5 mana or some other cost, doesn't matter that much in Arena oftentimes. So it's like it's still good. Obviously, we're not saying it's not really good, but I think it's like it's between a 4 and a 4.5. I'm okay with giving it a 4.5. Reach is good, and again, it's a flexible card, so I'm okay with 4 point. I think it's on in that level, right, of card. Okay, Field Contact. 3 mana, 3/2. After you play a battle cry or combo card, draw a card. So I gotta believe this card is busted and constructed. Like I could be wrong, but it just seems like a card where if you build your deck around battle cry combo stuff, which is a lot of the good cards, then you could, pop off for, a lot of draw on one turn. But playing an understated minion, like tempoing this on turn 3 is kind of a disaster. So I'm not a big fan of it. 3/2s are iffy. Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about this card later, but there's a 3-drop that just kind of kills 3/2s and leaves behind a 3/2 body. So the 3/2 stat line is definitely a little bit sketchy right now. I think this is pretty bad for Arena. Yeah. I just don't want to have to give up that many stats for value. I think that's kind of a mistake these days. I'm gonna go with a 1.5. Boom. Get wrecked. Whoops. All right, Swine Tusk Shank. 3 mana 2/2. After you play a poison, gain +1 durability. It's a constructed card, right? It just is. Like, because you need to have a lot of poisons to make it work, and yeah, I mean, it's just not a arena card. It's 1 to 2 rank, I'd say. Pay 3 mana for this card. I don't know. I feel like it's like a 1.5. Not good. Yep. Apothecary Helbram. 4 mana, 3/2, Battle Cry and Death Rattle add a random poison to your hand. Oh, what are the poisons? I haven't seen the poisons. What? Wait, how do I know? Chat? It's not exactly Zero, right? I'm assuming it's like a power creep version, so they've got to be better. Zero, Poison Mind. Wait, is it the exact same thing? It's all the poison cards we just discussed. Oh. Deadly Poison, Nitro Boost. Ah. Okay, so it's... So what's the exhaustive list then? It's Paralytic Poison, Silverleaf Poison, and then Deadly Poison and Nitro Boost Poison. Is that all of them? So it's like 3 or 4 options or something like that? Is that good for Arena? Leeching if it's in rotation? I don't think it's very good, right? Like you have to play a 4 mana 3/2. Like all of this, like all this rogue archetype feels it's built around like weapon rogue, right? Where you want to build like a big weapon and then just hit people with it repeatedly. So I don't think they really work for Arena. I think it's just kind of bad. Yeah, it feels like Rogue is going to be like, at least from the cards that are coming in, not going to be that great. Like these cards just feel very much like tailored. This one very much tailored for combo, like constructed stuff. Except this one. Wait, did I give a rating to this? Oh shit, I have to give a rating first. I don't think it's that good. I think it's that good. What, 2? 2.5? Probably like a 2. Okay, 2. 2 for Apothecary Helbram. But this card... Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oil Rig Ambusher. 4 mana, 4/4. Battle Cry, deal 2 damage, which is already good. If this entered your hand this turn, deal 4 instead. So it's a strictly better Fire Plume Phoenix without the potential of the top deck thing. And you know, it's pretty similar power level, I'd say, to like Scorpion, right? If you get the effect, if you get the deal 4 effect, then it's just like, you know, batshit crazy. It's just like absolutely insane. So for me, this card feels like a 5 because it's like already probably like a 4, probably like a 4.5 without the potential of top decking or drawing into it, right? It doesn't have to just be top decking. If you draw and you get it that turn, then it also does 4. So pretty nutty. Does bouncing this activate the effect? If this entered your hand this turn, deal 4. It should, right? Entered your hand. It doesn't say drawn. So it should. Yeah. So, you know, this is a like draft every time type of card. So, or generated also. Yeah. Nutty. Okay, Scab's Cutter Butter. 4 mana, 3/3, legendary. Combo the next 2 cards you play this turn cost 3 less. So obviously, this card's going to be busted and constructed. There's no way that much cost reduction, basically 6 mana discount, isn't going to be insane and constructed. But what does it look like for Arena? I think it's a little harder to say. Because you need to combo it for the effect, right? So unless you like stole the coin, like, okay, if you go turn 3, coin out this card, it could just be like disgusting, right? Like you could just play like 2 additional 3-drops, or at least 2 additional 2-drops or whatever. You could play on like turn 6 or something, and then get like 5 drops out. So I don't know. I don't think it's that insane for Arena, because you have to be able to combo it, and then you need to have the right cards in hand to make it work. So I don't know, a 3.5. It's just it's kind of a hard card to evaluate. I would say. I think it's like 3.5. Seems fair. What? Huh? What? Question mark? Huh? What? Huh? You guys think... Now, are the question marks, do you think it's way better than that or way worse? I think it's got enough potential to be at least like above average. That's my feeling about it. 2? Nah, it's not that bad. I think this is fair. All right, that's end of Rogue. Rogue done. Moving on to Shaman. Shaman time. Where are my Shaman fans out? I used to hate Shaman, although I've come around a little bit. Come around some. Murloc Shaman is a thing? I hope it is. That does sound fun. I'm going to play some Murloc Shaman Constructed for sure. I'm going to be Flurgle Ahagoing all over fools. I'm just going to be doing the Flurgle Ahago all over people. They're going to like it. They're going to enjoy it. All right, Spawn Pool Forager. 1 mana, 1/2. Death Rattle, summon a 1/1 Tiny Fin. Whoa, wait, this card's really good. It's an upgraded version of like the Pillager card. The get it out. Or like the Joey Bot card. God, I'm terrible at remembering names. It's really, really good. Like one of the best 1-drops probably ever, yeah. 4.5, I would say. I mean, the thing is, it depends on the deck a little bit, because still 1-drops can be a little underwhelming, but this card seems great. Check the art on the Death Rattle. It cracks me up. That's pretty good. Look at that tongue action going on. All right. I think 4.5 is fair. I'd be a little hesitant to give like a 5 to a 1-drop. So, and it doesn't like give you value in hand or anything, but it's very good. All right. Chain Lightning. 2 mana, deal 2 damage to a minion and a random adjacent one. Upgrades when you have 5 mana. All right, let's see. What are the upgrades? Deal 3 damage to a minion and a random adjacent one. Holy. Deal 4 damage to a random... to a minion and a random adjacent one. Yeah, this card's really good, right? I'm just comparing it to like Storm Strike, right? I think Storm Strike is still better than this, right? I think Dunk Tank is also better than this, but those are those are like 2 insane cards. So I mean, you know, it's kind of a tough comparison. It's still very, very good. Probably like a 4, I'd say. It's like 4 to 4.5 range, probably. I'll give it a 4. Random adjacent, don't like it that much. The thing is, like, in Arena, at least, random adjacent, like, how often will they have more than 3 minions, or more than 2 minions after you've traded and stuff? So, I don't know. You should be able to isolate it, or if, like, you play on the left, this is going to be another annoying card where people can be like, didn't play around Chain Lightning. Bad Chain Lightning positioning, Dreads. And I'm going to be like, fuck off. Fuck off. Okay. Fire Mancer Flurgle. Oh, I love Flurgle. Something about Flurgle, you know, Battlegrounds, etc. 2 mana, 3 Murloc tag. After you play a Murloc, deal 1 damage to all enemies. All enemies. AoE. And it goes face. So pretty nutty. Better pick this card every time. I probably will pick it a lot. I mean, it's nutty to 2 mana 2/3 with crazy upside. How often are you going to get Murloc stuff going in? Chet, how much Murloc support are we getting from the other expansions? Because obviously there's a ton for this expansion, right? But is there any Murloc stuff in like Mean Streets or in like Rise of Shadows or anything? Like, I don't know if there is that much. Rise of Shadows has a lot? Okay. Yeah, we have the Amalgam card. Yeah, true. Does it, because as far as giving this card a rating, it kind of depends on that, right? Like how much other support there will be. Should we go optimistic and make Flurgle a 4.5? Is that that's pretty optimistic. But you know what, chat? I believe in the Murgle. I fucking believe. Sorry. South Coast Chieftain. 2 mana 3/2 Murloc tag. Battlecry, if you control another Murloc, deal 2 damage. So, yeah, this, I mean, again, the big if is if you have a Murloc in play, but if you do, this card is insane, right? And that can go face as well. Deal 2. It's just like very good. At worst, it's a Raptor. Yeah, the problem though, again, and I don't know how big this issue is going to be, but the 3-drop that summons a 2/1 rush to kill 3/2s is going to definitely make them worse. I don't know how much worse, but yeah, I do think 3/2s are going to be a little bit worse. So, but it's good. Probably a little bit above average. What, like a 3.5 or so? I want to guess. I don't know if it's quite a 4 because again, it's just 90% of the time it's probably just a 3/2, but 3.5 seems okay to me. Tiny Finn's Caravan. How cute. Look at all those Murlocs. 2 mana 1/3. At the start of your turn, draw a Murloc. Yeah, again, the Caravan cards just feel kind of to me. And with this one in Arena, you need to have a Murloc in your deck or a couple, or it's going to be terrible. So, I don't know. I don't know if it's quite a 1, but 1.5 probably. It's not a 2. Oh, we're getting Underbelly Angler back. Okay, that card. Yeah. Oh man. Oh boy. Because here's the problem. Like Murloc stuff is fun, but if you're able to build like a Murloc deck in Arena, it can be very busted. So I hope that's not a thing. I hope you can't like reliably build Murloc Shaman in Arena. Please no. All right. Arid Stormer. 3 mana 2/5 elemental. Battlecry. If you played an elemental last turn, gain Rush and Wind Fury. So good, right? I mean, a 3 mana 2/5 is fine. A little bit worse maybe in the 3/4 stat line, but not bad. If you do get the synergy off, it can be very, very insane. I think it's like if one of the options was Divine Shield, I think it'd be like a 4, right? but it's going to be hard to get the effect off. And on its own, it's only probably like a 3. So this feels like a pretty easy. It's like 3 to 3.5. I always believe a little bit too much in the synergy, so I'll go 3.5. But yeah, it's in that range. No fin can stop us. Ha! Do you guys get it? Like any fin is possible. No fin can stop us. I think that's what they were trying to do here. Do you guys agree? I think that. Okay. 3 mana. Give your minions +1/1. Give your Murlocs an extra +1/+1. Oh man, I'm definitely playing some Murloc Shaman in Constructed. Oh yeah, baby. 3 mana. Give your Murlocs +2/+2. You're drafting Murloc Shaman? I mean, I'm going to try. Definitely going to try. Okay, so memes aside, how good is the card? Like, most of the time, you won't be buffing Murlocs, right? So it's like Power of the Wild for 1 more mana in that case. I don't know. I want to say it's like a 3, maybe 2.5. 2.5 seems fair. I'm going to, again, if you can draft Murloc Shaman, it'll be insane. Yeah, I don't, maybe it's even closer to a 2, but I'm okay with 2.5. You got totems and stuff in there, right? It's not the worst. Brukan. 4 mana, 5/4. Nature spell damage +3. Okay, so chat, what has nature spell? What's a nature spell? Like what? I mean, spell damage +3 is like insane. Is that like lightning bolt? Lightning bolt. Is it like everything? Lightning bolt, lightning storm, chain lightning. I think Earthshock is out. Aren't they rotating that? So this card's pretty insane, right? Because a 4 mana 5/4 is still fine. So probably the what, like a 4.5, 4. I think probably 4 is fair. And it's a diamond card. Oh. Diamond card. I know at some point during the next rotation I will get hit with this into Lightning Storm. Oh, that'll be fun. And then chat will say, imagine not playing around Brukan into Lightning Storm. Okay. Earth Revenant. 4 mana 2/6. Elemental tag. Taunt. Battlecry. Deal 1 damage to all enemy minions. Insane. Absolutely insane card. 2/6 taunt isn't great, but for this effect, it's absolutely insane. It's like a 4.5 or a 5. And I do kind of feel like it's going to be a 5. Like, these kind of cards just are so good. So, yeah. Let's believe. 5. Mini Primordial Drake. Did we give the Mage one a 5? I think we gave that one like a... No, we gave that one like a 4.5. But I think this one's better than the Mage one because it's got Taunt. But, yeah. I mean, they're both... And I would say Mage has more AoE than Shaman, although that might be debatable. Like, they're both very, very good. All right. Lilypad Lurker. 5 mana, 4/5. Battlecry, if you played an elemental last turn, transform an enemy minion into a 0/1 with frog, or 0/1 frog with taunt. And we talked about this card earlier, chap, but my understanding is the hex is targeted, correct? You get to pick what you want to hex on the enemy board, right? So again, it just depends on how many elementals there are. Obviously, if you have a lot of elementals, this card is one of the best cards ever printed. Oh, you basically pay 1 mana for a 4/5, but I don't know how many elementals we're gonna really have. What do we get back for Rise of Shadows MSG? Are there many elementals in there? I feel like Murloc Shaman is going to be more realistic than Elemental Shaman, but well, I'll try it. try to make it work. I think on average this card is probably like a 3, right? Walking Fountain does come back. That's true. Maybe is it above? I mean, a 5 mana 4/5. You'll have to tempo it. Is that a lot? So, I don't know if you're going to be able to get the effect enough. You can see the frog inside the elemental. Yeah, it's kind of cute. It's kind of cute. I don't know. I think on average it's going to be below average card, and the one time you get it to actually work, it'll be insane. So I'm going with 3. Okay, that's it. No more Shaman. We're done with Shaman. Boom. Zoom. Doom. Shaman done. What's next? Whoa, I thought we only had 1 left, but it's Warlock and Warrior and then Neutrals. Okay. Whoops, that's not what I meant to click. I messed up the thing. Okay, we're back. Altar of Fire. On to Warlock, chat. On to Warlock. What is this? What am I looking at? What? I have a bad habit when cards kind of shock me, or I'm like, what the hell? I don't mention the card first, and then people, when they listen on YouTube, are like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Altar of Fire. 1 mana, destroy the top 3 cards of each deck. Okay. That's a 1. We can save some time here. 1 and move on. It would be a 0 if possible. Grimoire of Sacrifice. 1 mana, destroy a friendly minion, deal 2 damage to all enemy minions. So we talked about this card a little bit on stream the other day. I think it's a card where if you have a Zooey deck and do have a lot of tokens, it's going to be great. All right? It's going to be really, really good. But if you compare it to Pillar of Flames, you guys remember that card? Like, that had a bigger effect where it actually just destroyed things. The downside of that card was it also would kill your own stuff. So if you had good minions, it would be worse. But yeah, lackeys are back. So that definitely helps it a bit, I would say. Yeah, that's true. Having the lackeys back in. I mean, I think it's probably above average. Like what? 3.5? I feel like it's a 3. Sometimes it's gonna be kind of weird to use, and you get so many cards these days with this effect on a stick and stuff. So I think I'm gonna go with a 3. 3. This card's not for me on a good day because the payoff just isn't there. It's too fair for the current arena season. Okay, enough. Apothecary's Cavern. 2 mana, 1/3, like all of the Caravan cards. At the start of your turn, summon a 1-cost minion from your deck. Meh, right? Yeah, I mean, it's Zoo card. If you do go Flame Imp into this, you might be able to protect it, but You also need to have 1-cost cards, right? Which, who knows if you'll have them. I think 1.5 is fair. Not that great. Imp Swarm. 2 mana. Summon a 3/2 imp. Upgrades when you have 5 mana. Ooh, what are the upgraded versions? Rank 2, summon 2 3/2 imps. For 5 mana, okay. Imp Swarm, summon 3. It's It's really good, right? I'd say it's really good. Like, it's a 2-drop that gives you additional tempo later on in the game, right? It's pretty good. Like, I don't know. Even at 10 mana, 3/3/2 is pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I think rank 2 is probably like the sweet spot for it. Like, you're able to play this on turn 5 along with like a 3-drop, right? So, yeah, wait, it's flopped. Yeah, okay. I see what you guys are talking about. This is the rank, like it says rank 3 here on the visual, but yeah, it must just be swapped. So yeah, it's 5 mana, summon 2/3/2 imps. 10 mana, you summon 3/3/2 imps. But I don't know, I think it's like a 4. 4.5. Should we go big? Go big, say it's a 4.5. Boom. Let's do it. 4.5. Bloodshard Bristleback. 3 mana, 3/3. Lifesteal. Battlecry. If your deck contains 10 or fewer cards, deal 6 damage to a minion. Okay, guys, where are my math nerds at? What percentage of the time when you play Warlock do you ever get down to 10 or fewer cards in your deck? Like, in Warlock, it's going to happen sometimes, right? But 100%, it can't be 100%. And the thing is, you'd ideally like to be able to play this card in, like, the mid-game. And then you'll, like, never be a 10 card, so... Hand of Gul'dan is the thing? Kind of, but you, like, never draft that, right? Read the flavor text. Oh, wait, this is my jam. I'm bringing Bristle back. Yeah? Those other minions don't know how to act. Yeah? I think it's special how these crystals crack. Yeah? So turn around and I'll give you a smack. Yeah? Take him to the Barrens. You guys know that song? Oh, that's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites. Come on. You guys like that song. Anyhow, I think it's probably like a below average card. I think it's below average. Because I don't think you're going to get the effect very often. I'm going to say... How about it? But it's a 3 mana 3/3, so it's not like the end of the world. Oh, and it has lifesteal. Wait. It's a 3 mana 3/3 lifesteal on its own. That's not even that bad. Okay, I have to rethink about it. It's not that bad. Even without the effect, right? Yeah, it's probably average, or maybe slightly above average. Lifesteal's pretty valuable in Warlock. Should we go above? Stop hating on 3/3s. I mean, 3/3s suck these days. I think it's still only average. You guys think you get the effect off enough to make it above average? I don't think so. I don't think so. 3. Boom. Cabal Outfitter. 3 mana 3/3. Battlecry and Death Rattle give another random friendly minion +1/1. This card's pretty good, right? Again, it kind of, you know, it fits more of like a zoo archetype. But if you're playing that archetype, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's a better statted Shattered Sun. Because it's a 3/3 instead of a 3/2. And then you also get the Death Rattle thrown in, potentially. So it seems pretty good to me. Not like nutty, but yeah, maybe like 3.5. I don't think it's quite a 4, because I think oftentimes you won't get like the Death Rattle effect. But I think it's good. 3.5. Tamsin Rome. I'm sure I butchered that. 3 mana 1/3. Whenever you cast a shadow spell that costs 1 or more, add a copy to your hand that... Hey, eyes on me, eyes on me, dreads. I was trying to say eyes on me, chat. I guess I got distracted too, and then I wasn't able to speak correctly. Eyes on me, chat. I see what you guys are doing over there. Okay, How good is this card? I actually don't think it's that great. You guys think it's nutty? Because obviously you're thinking about like the dream scenario. Turn 9, you play this and you play a Siphon, and then you get a 0 mana Siphon, but I don't know. I guess you could play it with like a Shadow Bolt or something. It's so expensive too. 3 mana, and the body isn't really relevant. The body in the card game, as in the stats, isn't relevant. All right. I don't think it's very good. I think it's like a 1.5 or a 2 or something. Yeah. I don't know. It's too situational. No, it's not infinite because it only works on spells that cost 1 or more. So you can't like chain them, thankfully. I'm gonna go with a look, should we bump it up to a 2 for extra reasons? Am I allowed to do that? Like, it might be a 1.5, but I feel like it just deserves a 2. Is that okay? You know what I mean? Yeah, because it's legendary. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yep. Okay. All right. Soul Rend. 4 mana, deal 5 damage to all minions. Destroy a card in your deck for each killed. It's pretty good, right? It's pretty good. Like, destroying cards in your deck rarely matters. So that it's almost like that effect isn't there unless your deck gets really, really low on cards. So it does hit your minions, so you have to remember that. Like, you know, and it doesn't go face, but it's definitely quite good. It's like a cheaper Fellfire that doesn't go face. I don't think it's like a 5, though. I think it's like 4 or 4.5. I don't think it's quite that level. You can easily mill yourself, though. Not easily. Even if you use this on... Because generally, if you think about it like with Hellfire, right? Like, you'll trade your minions in to set up trades anyways first. So I don't think it'll mill you very often. Yeah. I think it's good. I'm going to go with a 4.5. I think it's like 4 to 4.5. I don't think it's near a 5, honestly. If it only hits your opponent's board, then it would be. All right? But you're going to use it, and it clear, and then you're going to still have to take the board later. All right, chat? Okay? Okay. Niru Fireblade. 5 mana, 5/5. If your deck is empty, open a portal that fills your board with 3/2 imps each turn. So how good is a 5 mana 5/5? Because that's what this is. It's a 5 mana 5/5. A 5 mana 5/5 in this day and age is what, a 2? Maybe? Probably a 2. Maybe 2.5. 5 mana 5/5 feels pretty weak these days. I'll go with the 2. Barrens Scavenger. 6 mana 6/6 taunt. Costs 1 while your deck has 10 or fewer cards. So I saw this card when they were, I think it was it from the dump or, I don't know when they announced it, but when I read it, I was like, ugh, this card's going to make me annoyed. Because it's 10 or less in your deck is pretty reasonable to have it happen. Like, that you know, towards the later part of the game, I think it's pretty reasonable that you will be able to play this for 1 mana. And a 1 mana 6/6 taunt's pretty nutty, and a 6/6 taunt for 6 is fine too. So I think this card's very good. I think this card is very, very good. 4? Feels like a 4 to me. I mean, I guess it's like, how good is a 6/6 taunt? It's okay. It's not great. Does reduction matter at that point? I think in Warlock it can. Like, I think in a lot of classes it wouldn't. But I think in Warlock, it definitely could. You're just hating on the 3/3 lifesteal, deal 6 damage to the same combo. Yeah, but a 3/3 lifesteal is going to be less relevant in like the later portions of the game, right? Than a 6/6 taunt, I'd say. And like if you have to tempo out a 3/3 lifesteal on turn 3, it's not good. So there's like no time where a 3/3 lifesteal is like good. Well, I'd say a 6/6 taunt is going to be relevant at most stages of the game. So I'm going to go with I think a 4 is fair. Boom. 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 Okay. Warlock's done. We are done with Warlock. Everyone take a break and stretch a little bit. Make sure you stretch. It's important. Make sure you stretch. Give it a good one. You've probably been sitting a long time. Up. And over. Oh. Up. Wait, I just back up. Up. Oh. One more. Wait, how do I want to do it? We can do the Cobra stretch. Oh, take a page from out of there. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. Hey, wait, what was I gonna say? I forgot. It was something, but I forgot. Warsong Envoy, Warrior. Let's go, chat. Warrior. Warsong Envoy, 1 mana, 1/3. Frenzy, gain +1 attack for each damaged character. Are you guys seeing it? Like, I'm trying to figure out how this card could be kind of busted, but includes yourself and your opponent. Oh, character. So it's like it's not just minions. Character means includes opponents. Okay. How does Frenzy work again? So it has to survive. So I think the idea with this one in Warrior is like you ping it yourself, right? With like a whirlwind effect or something. So you could easily get it up to probably a pretty decent amount of attack. But if you don't have a ping effect, it's kind of 1 mana, 16/2. I mean, worst case, it's a 1/3, right? Which isn't that bad. To me, it feels like an average card. Like, I don't think I would draft 1 mana 1/3s into Warrior very often, but because of the added effect, you know, having a little bit of early game tempo probably isn't bad. So I feel like it's like a 3. Could be a 3.5. All right. Bulk Up. A card that's made for me, huh? Yeah. Okay, it's a little weird. I'm sorry. Sometimes I do weird things. And then I realize as I'm doing it, it's kind of weird. But again, I can't go back because I've already done it. Bulk Up. 2 mana, give a random taunt minion in your hand +1 and copy it. So again, it depends on how many taunt minions you have. What are we getting for Warrior, chat? You guys are my encyclopedia for this stuff. No taunt. You can't see all these. Taunt. Actually getting quite a bit of taunt, huh? Get like a decent amount of taunt. I don't like there's always a pretty good amount of taunt available, I would say, in Warrior. Is it better than the Druid spell? No. I think this card is worse than the Druid spell because it could be just dead. If you don't have any taunt minions in hand, it's just dead. You can always play the Druid spell like on something just as like a +2/2. So I think it's worse than that. I don't love it, man, but maybe I'm underestimating how likely you're going to have taunt. Like maybe a 2, you know? Like it's a value card, but and oftentimes you sometimes just have to play the taunt minion because you're dying, so I'm going to go with a 2. I think it's below average. Conditioning. Wow, look at, now we get a push-up card? 2 mana, give minions in your hand +1/+1, upgrades when you have 5 mana. All right, so it's another rank spell. So rank 2 is give minions in your hand +2/+2. Rank 3, give minions in your hand +3/+3. The Dreads card, I agree. I agree. I don't know. I don't know. Even better than Arena Fanatic? I mean, it is a better card than Arena Fanatic. It definitely is. It's cheaper. But I'm just trying to think about how it works. Yeah, because like at 10 mana, like how many cards you can have in your hand as Warrior, right? Like I think the sweet spot again is probably the rank 2. Played on turn 5. Plus 2/2 is a lot of stats. The thing is, like, in most of my Warrior decks, I have a decent number of weapons. So, you know, that gets no effect from it. I don't know. I don't think it's great. Maybe average card? I feel like it's just a 3. I feel like it's a 3. Is that crazy? Maybe at 5 mana it's good, but the 1 or 10 is really bad. Yeah. I just don't know if +1/1 is enough to warrant a card, right? I think 3 is probably pretty fair. And I mean, that's like, is it as good as a Spider Tank? I don't know. Maybe it's even worse than that. This is kind of a safer rating because I'm not really sure what to think about it. I'll have to play with it to really know how good this card is. How much is above a 10 mana? 10 mana, it's a +3/3. Rokara. 3 mana. After a friendly minion attacks and survives, give it +1/1. It's got Rush. Man, this card just looks like a Chad to me. After a friendly minion rushes, so does that count itself? Do you guys know? After a friendly minion attacks and survives, I would guess it does, but yeah, okay. It doesn't seem very good. The stats just seem a little bit weak. 3 mana, 2/3 rush. You need other stuff on the board. It's insane. It's not insane. Oh, it does work on face. Okay. I wasn't thinking about that part of it. So it snowballs really hard. That's kind of the thing about it, right? Like if you can't, it's one of those like must kill. Because if you can't kill it and they're able to keep it on the board for a couple turns, you probably just lose. And say with Crab Rider, yeah. Okay, maybe it's better than I gave it credit for. It's fairly cheap too. Maybe like a 4, above average. There are a lot of must kills in the set. There are like I think cheap removal is going to be really valuable, and rush, you know, it's just as valuable if not more valuable. Yeah, it buffs going face too. Yep. All right. Outrider's Axe. Oh boy. 4 mana, 3 attack, 3 durability weapon. After your hero attacks and kills a minion, draw a card. So I'm already ready for my opponents to mess up the order and like hit the minion first and then trade it off with their minions, because you only get the card draw if you kill a minion. But yeah, this card's pretty busted. I think draw is pretty important in Warrior too. So yeah, I think this one is probably a 5. All right, Rancor. 4 mana, deal 2 damage to all minions, gain 2 armor for each destroyed. Oh, it's 4 mana. It kind of feels like more of a constructed card, right? Because the, I don't know, it's all minions, and then the armor doesn't matter as much in Arena. It seems too expensive. Like, I think it might even be below average. Like a 2. It's still AoE, so it's not going to be terrible. Maybe a 2.5. I don't know. Yeah, it's all minions, so it hits your own stuff too. No, it's not a Holy Nova, guys. You're thinking about it wrong. Yeah, it hits your stuff. Yeah. So I think it's like a 2. I think 2 is probably fair. Like the armor effect does matter a little bit, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to be great for Arena. It's a tidal wave. I don't know. I don't think it's that good. Same as actual volcanic potion. Yeah. It's not good. Yeah. But I mean, tidal wave can be good in the right deck, right? But it all depends on the deck. On average, it feels kind of mediocre. All right. Whirling Combatant. Now this card's pretty damn good. 4 mana, 2/6, Battlecry and Frenzy deal 1 damage to all other minions. Deal 1 damage to all other minions. So it is double-sided, right? So that makes it a little bit worse, I'd say, on average. But it does activate your other frenzy effects, and yeah, it's good. It's really good. 4.5. What is with the mass ping Kodos? Yeah, so what I can say for this meta, it seems like you will get punished a lot having 1 health minions in play. Like, you want to try to keep your minions at like 2 health, I think, a lot of the time. Do we lose the Aug Merchants, chat? Or are they still around? Do you guys know? I forget what expansion the Aug Merchants were from. They've been around for a while, so I want to say they rotate. But yeah, there's a lot more AoE. There's a lot more AoE pings right now. I'm gonna say it's a 4.5. I'm gonna say it's a 4.5 because if you hit into it, like, you're probably gonna be able to get the extra AoE effect in, because 6 health is a decent amount. So they probably won't have a way to just like clean kill it. So they're still around. Okay, yeah. So there's gonna be there's gonna be so many ping effects then. Yeah. All right. What else? Morshawn Elite, 5 mana, 4/4. With Taunt and Battlecry, if your hero attacked this turn, summon a copy of this. Oh, boy. So it's a pretty polarizing card, right? Like, if you do have a weapon, it's insane. Like, probably game-winning insane. If you don't have a weapon and haven't swung, that's like whatever. But, you know, if somebody equips this thing, you know, into that, it's gonna be pretty good. I think in Warrior, like, I feel like in Warrior, I have a weapon equipped quite a bit of the time, right? There's just a lot of cards that give you a weapon. Sword Eater's still a thing. I don't know. I think you'll be able to get the effect a lot. And when you do, it'll just be busted. So I think I go with a 4. 4 seems fair. Is Ganark? No, is Ganark still around? God, I don't remember when cards rotate or when they came in. I feel like Ganark has been around for like 100 years from how many times I've mauled about losing to it. It's still in ashes. Oh, God. Get it out. Get it out. Stonemaul Anchorman. 5 mana, 4/5. Rush, Frenzy, draw a card. I like it. What do you guys think? Pretty good, right? Like coming down on turn 5, it should be pretty reasonable to get the frenzy effect off. It's pretty good. It's not like busted, but pretty damn good. To me, it feels like a 4. If it was like a 5/5, then it's probably like 4.5 for me. I don't know. It's between 4.5 and 4. I think 4 is good. All right. Overlord Sourfang. 7 mana 5/4. Battlecry, resurrect 2 friendly frenzy minions. Deal 1 damage to all other minions. Just so I know, what is the order for that? Does it res them and then do like it damages the frenzy minions, right? Because it's got like period in the next thing, so it activates them at immediately. Yeah. Okay. I mean, how good is this in Arena? Like, there are a decent number of frenzy cards. And if you do have to, then the stats are pretty damn good. What do you guys think? 5? I don't know if it's like a 5, because you need to have enough frenzy cards. And frenzy's only from this expansion, right? There's not that many frenzy cards. Maybe there are when we look at the neutrals. We'll have to see. I want to say it's like 4. 4 feels about right to me. Yep. Well, once we look at the neutrals, I might have a little bit of a different opinion about it, but yep. All right, wait, we're done with Warrior. Oh my God, chat, we did it. We're done with all of the class cards. We did it. We did it. Now, for the real stuff. The neutrals. The arena cards. Oh, yeah. The neutrals are actually pretty bad overall, are they? Are they not very good this time? I'm okay with the neutrals being a little bit worse. Like, I don't know if it's very healthy for the game. For the game arena, or for the arena metagame, for things like Smug Senior to be just like the best 6 drops, because it gets repetitive quicker, right? So I mean, I don't know. I guess it'll be one of those things where Smug Senior will still be the best. It'll just be other neutrals. Anyhow, let's look at the neutrals and see what I think. They're pretty good. Okay, Kindling Elemental. 1 mana, 1/2. The next elemental you play costs 1 less. Bad, right? It's got to be bad. Like 1.5? Because, again, if you build like a perfect elemental deck, sure, but most of the time it's probably pretty damn bad. Far Watchpost. 2 mana, 2/4, can't attack. After your opponent draws a card, it costs 1. 1 more, up to 10. What do you guys think about these Watchpost cards? Well, we'll get through all of them, but I mean, a 2 mana, 2/4 isn't bad, right? Yeah, I first read it that it costs 1. I was like, what the hell is this? Cool, don't like this one, though. This one feels bad. Yeah, I mean, it's like an arena, you probably keep a curve already, right? And so then how annoying is it for it to be 1 more? It can't attack. Yeah. So guys, I get that it can't attack, but are you just going to leave this up forever? Are you okay with every card you draw costing 1 more? I'm not. Like, I'm not going to give, like, a favorable trade into it, but I'm going to want to kill it eventually. It can't value trade? Well, yeah, but if it doesn't value trade, then you're probably getting a few reductions out of it, right? Most likely. Doesn't affect us, which is nice. Kind of better than Mana Wraith in a way. I don't think they're terrible. I feel like it's around like a 3. Like an average card. Almost like a 2-mana 2/4 taunt. Less effective if you're low on life and they can go face, but early in the game it's GG. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it'll be very annoying when this messes up your curve. And curve matters a lot in Arena. So it's a 5. Only an idiot would think this is a 5. I'm okay with a 3. I think that's fair. Hecklefang Hyena. 2 mana 2/4. Battlecry, deal 3 damage to your hero. Beast tag. This seems terrible. Why are you guys saying 4 or 5? You guys really think 1 extra health on this minion is worth 3 health? Okay, let's put it this way. There's that 2 mana 2/4, right? That like doubles the damage to spells, right? What would you guys rate that card? Would you say that's like a 4.5? Because I don't think so. Like, yeah, it's a 2/4, 1 extra health, and that you know, that's good, but it trades evenly with Spider Tank. I mean, kind of. Like, it requires a ping or something. I don't think it's that great, chat. And like, okay, depending on the matchup, taking extra damage matters a lot. Like, and if you draw it late in those games, you can't just throw it on the board like a 2/3. Because like if you just throw on the board like as a 2/3, you're gonna get, you know, lower and lower. I think you guys are overrating this card. I don't think a 2/4 is that insane. Is basically my argument. Take a Monty or that 2/3 taunt with this every day. Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel about it. Like I think it's. I'm not convinced it's better than just a generic 2 mana 2/3. Basically. The 3/5 that took damage sucked. The 2/4 version isn't going to be any better. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's worth it. And you know, I should say this where if you're playing, let's say like aggro hunter or something, right, or aggro demon hunter or something, then sure, it might be worth it, right? But if you just take it as just like a card and think about all of the classes, and you know, I just don't see it being very good. I'm gonna say it's below average. I think this is like, I'll go with a 2.5. But I think that may even be questionable. For me, it's like between a 2 and a 2.5. I don't think it's an average card or an above average card. I'm not a fan. All right. Lush Water Mercenary. 2 mana 3/2. Battlecry, if you control a Murloc, gain +1/1, and it's a Murloc itself. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Murgles are back. It's good, right? 2 mana 3/2 is still fine. Maybe a little bit less good for reasons we talked about. But if you do happen to have a Murloc in play, then it could be insane. Like a 2 mana 4/3 is great. So, what, like 3.5 probably? I don't love 3/2s right now, so I feel like a 3 is probably fair. Because the chances you get the effect are really low, and I don't really love 2/3s or 3/2s, so go with that. Lush Water Scout. 2 mana 1/3. After you summon a Murloc, give it +1 attack and rush. Terrible? Very, very bad. Yeah, again, this is like a card totally meant for constructed. So all Murlocs are 5 now. No. This is a 1 for me. This is a pretty easy one. I don't want to play a 1/3. Uno. Oasis Thrasher. 2 mana, 2/3. Frenzy, deal 3 damage to the enemy hero. Yeah, see, now this card, now this is something I can get behind. It's a 2 mana, 2/3 on its own. And if it happens to like free kill another 2/3 or go into a 1/1 or something, 3 to the dome. Now this card's good. I like it. 3.5 probably. Could even be like a 4, but I think probably 3.5 is pretty reasonable. This guy ate the river croc. Shit. Okay. Peon. 2 mana, 2/3. Frenzy, add a random spell from your class to your hand. Ooh. Wow. Wow. Pretty good, right? Like a 4, probably? Again, you only get the effect if it does, if the frenzy triggers, but feels like a 4 to me. Seems good. Draft 20 of these. Just do it. Compare it to Wand Maker. Okay, but Wand Maker's like a 5, right? So that's a... Wand Maker's like a 4.5 to 5 in a lot of classes, so... Yeah, and it only gives 1 cost, which could be good or bad, right? So... I like this one a lot. I'm kind of... It's kind of cool to me that some of these 2-drops are actually really good. Because it felt like for so long... Like the three drops had all these cool effects and things, and 2-drops didn't really have anything. They were just kind of, you're just always playing River Crocs or whatever. So I like to see cards like this. Yeah, Frenzy only works once. Yep. All right, Talented Arcanist. 2 mana, 1/3. Battlecry, your next spell this turn has spell damage +2. Meh. It's bad, right? It's just bad. Because anytime, like, we had another card kind of like this. It was a 2/1. I forget the name of it, but it was a 2/1, and it buffed spell damage in your next spell, and it was pretty weak. So I don't know. I think these type of cards, like, you can get 1 mana 1/3s to just have spell damage +1 on them. In this, you're paying 1 extra mana for like just one effect potential. So yeah, Celestial Elemental, yeah. So I don't know. I'm sure in some classes it could be okay, but in general, I think this card's quite bad. Like 1.5 bad. You don't want to play a 2 mana 1/3. And then your plan is to hold this card to like combo with something, which very rarely happens. All right. Toad of the Wilds. Wilds. 2 mana, 2/2 with taunt. Battlecry, if you're holding a nature spell, gain +2 health. And this is one of those cards where it's very difficult to give it like a universal rating. I mean, it's not difficult. The universal rating is it's very bad, like terrible, right? But if because it's what the Frostwolf grunt, right? Which is awful. But some classes have nature spells. So in like Shaman, in Druid, what are the other classes? Is it just Shaman and Druid for nature spells? Am I missing any, chat? Rogue has some, I want to say, maybe, right? Yeah, rogue poisons, yeah. Yeah. Bad compared with what? It's a 2-mana 2/2. You don't think a 2-mana 2/2 is bad? A 2-mana 2/2 taunt. How often did you draft Frostwolf Grunt? And power levels up. So yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, on average, this card's very bad. Like, I'll go with a 2, but because there's potential upside in certain classes. I mean, it gets an adjusted rating for other classes, right? So, like, if you wanted to just give this a rating for Shaman or something, it might be, you know, a 3 or 3.5 or something. But overall, it's not good. All right, Barrens Trapper. 3-mana 2/4. I'm going to stop you right there. 3-mana 2/4 suck. This card's going to suck. The effect is your death rattle cards cost 1 less. And, I mean, that's way too small of effect to justify a 2/4 stat line. So this card's bad. Very bad. Like 1.5 probably, something like that. I hate playing 2/4s, dude. 3-mana 2/4s just feel awful these days. Awful. Crossroads Gossiper. I just don't like this card. All right, so 3-mana 4/3. After a friendly secret is revealed, gain +2/+2. So again, you know, a lot of classes don't have secrets, and most of the time it's just a 3-mana 4/3, but you're not losing that much for the potential of it being like a very stupid card. So, yeah. How good is a 3-mana 6/5? Like really nutty. It won't trigger all that often, right? So, you know, it's probably like a 3.5, slight upside, but when it does, it will be so frustrating to lose to it. Yep. So obviously Mage, Hunter, Rogue, I think still has some secrets. Paladin, it's much better in those classes. Death's Head Cultist. 3-mana 2/4 with taunt. Death Rattle, restore 4 health to your hero. Okay. How much does that matter? What is 4 health on to your hero worth? I still think it's below average, honestly, for Arena. It's like a crappy Rotten Apple Bomb. I just don't like the stat line. Great for Priest. Yeah. And I mean, if you're playing a super controlling deck, it could be above average, right? But I think in most decks, 2, maybe 2.5. I feel like it's a 2. I don't know. I just don't like 2/4s. Yeah, exactly. Like, how much will the healing matter in early turns? So it's like, you want to play it on curve, you're probably already full health, and it's just bad. So I'm not a big fan. It's a 3-drop you don't really want to play on 3, kind of, right? Oh boy. So this card, I mean, I don't know about you guys. I didn't hear a lot of people talking about it, but then again, I haven't been monitoring that all that much. But this card, Hog Rancher is the name of the card, by the way. I just think it's insane. Insane for Arena. So it's a 3-mana 3/2. Battlecry, summon a 2/1 hog with rush. So, you know, it just lines up so well for killing 3/2s and just, you know, getting ahead on the board. Like, it basically Fire Plume for one less mana. Like, you can't go face with it, right? But there's also times where you could just play it as like a body. Like a 3/2 and a 2/1 isn't even that bad. So, yeah, this card is like busted. I want to say it's a 5, honestly, for like what it does. You know, it's between a 4.5 and a 5. But the perfect swing it creates when you drop it on 3 and kill a 3/2. Show Piggy. You guys want to see the Piggy? Oink, oink. Look at that muddy, fat little pig flying through the air to kill your opponent's 3/2. Oink. It's cute art. I like it. I'm going to give it a 5. Plus, look at that pig art. Yeah, let's do it. Look at that cute little pig. 3/2s are going to fear that little shitter. Okay. Horde Operative. 3 mana, 3/4. Battlecry, copy your opponent's secrets and put them into play. Yeah, and so this card, this is one of the reasons that I kind of felt like I need to just adjust the scale a little bit, because the effects that we're putting on 3/4s now just makes me feel like that's kind of the new average, a 3 mana 3/4. So, you know, it's basically, is it a 3.5 or a 4? It depends on how big the upside is. I mean, most of the time it will just be a 3/4, right? Like how likely is it that your opponent has secrets, they're in play, and you have this? So I think most of the time it's probably what, like 3.5? I don't think it will trigger enough to make it a 4. When it does trigger, it's like disgusting. And then it's like a 5, right? But how often will they have a secret? So, but the reason I really dislike cards like this, though, because I think if you wanted to take like Kazan Mystic or something, you have to draft a 4 mana 4/3, right? So it's like, do you really, why do we need to put this type of a huge cheese effect on a 3 mana 3/4? And I think the reason is that the Secret Mage might be strong, right? And they want to counter for that for Constructed, and in order to justify a counter card, it needs to have pretty good stats. But I don't know. I just wish cards like this would be understated, so they weren't just kind of an auto pick. But anyhow, just my 2 cents on it. But I think it's not really because of Arena, right? Do you think this will happen like once or twice per good run? Probably not. Like, because there's not that many secret classes. You have to draw them at the time. Like, you might get one really good one off. But I'd be surprised if you get it like consistently. All right. Mancrick. Is it Mancrick or is it Mankirk? I know this is like a real iconic card. Mancrick? Mancrick. Okay, we got it. Mancrick. For some reason, I thought I heard someone say Mankirk. Like, I can read it here and it looks like it should be Mancrick, but I want to blame someone that I heard say the card. Mancrick. 3 mana 3/4. Legendary. Battlecry, help Mancrick find his wife. She was last seen somewhere in your deck. So cast when drawn, summon a 3/10 Mancrick who immediately attacks the enemy hero. What the hell? So this card is busted, right? Like, absolutely busted. It's a 3/4. Oh, I actually hate it. It's a 3/4, and then just at some point, here comes a 3/10, and you lose. So, I mean, thankfully it's a legendary, but ugh, too slow for Arena. I mean, what do you mean too slow? It's a 3 mana 3/4. It's still really good. I mean, I think it's an easy 5 because you're not losing. Like, the upside is so insane, even if rare, that it's just busted. All right, Morshan Watchpost. 3 mana 3/5, can't attack. After your opponent plays a minion, summon a 2/2 grunt. Oh no. I forgot about this one. Oh. Like, it's one of those things where if you're ahead and you play this, it's going to be so annoying. And even if you're even on the board, if they can't kill it immediately, ugh, kind of disgusting. Oh, I really hate this card. Like, why does this card have to be a thing? It's going to be so aggravating. Oh, it's going to be so aggravating. 4.5? This is stupid. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe it'll actually make an archetype and constructed, but it just seems to me a card that is just going to be like very annoying to play against. Like, I don't even know if I'd want like this for me is a candidate for like it doesn't belong in Arena. Cuz it's like why do you need a 3-drop that just demands removal type thing? It's just stupid. Is just stupid. Easiest 5, one of the strongest creatures ever printed. Yeah, this shouldn't be an Arena. Show the grunt, please. Sure. Grunt. Damn, that grunt looks tough. Looks tough. I mean, I think it's a 4.5 to 5 type thing. You guys want to get... Look, I think giving it a 5 shows our greatest form of protest, you know? We grab our torches. This neutral is a 5. Why is it a thing in Arena? Blizzard, please fix. Please remove it. Ah. Okay. All right. They're like, come back when you have more torches, you 4 Arena players. All right, Ratchet Privateer. 3 mana, 4/3. Battlecry, give your weapon +1 attack. Yeah, so again, you know, another card where it's difficult to give a full rating for, because if you're a rogue, this card's really good, right? It's like a Goblin Auto Barber type thing, which is quite good. If you're any other class, it's just a 3 mana 4/3. So you know, it's I think a 3 mana 4/3 is a little bit worse than a 3/4. So I'm just gonna say this is a solid 3. There's a little bit of upside if your other classes, you know, classes that can actually use it, but for an overall rating, I think it's a pretty solid 3. Like, it was a 3/4 with the same effect, then I would give it a 3.5, but it's all kind of semantics at that point. All right, Sunwell Initiate. Wait a second. Who was the person that was saying that the neutrals were not busted? Can we ban that person? Just scroll up and find that person and get him out of here. All right, so Sunwell Initiate. 3 mana 3/4 Frenzy, gain Divine Shield. Holy shit. Holy shit. So, you know, you trade into a 3/4 and you ping the thing off, and then you have like a Scarlet Crusader still on the board. Ugh. Disgusting. What's Frenzy? So the first time it survives damage, the effect gets triggered, right? No, there's no rush on it or anything, but it's still really, really nutty. Yeah. Like in the early game, kill a 3/2, gain Divine oh man, it's so nasty. 4.5 probably though. I want to say. What do you guys think? Do you think it's a 5? I don't know. Like in the late game, it's probably just going to be like a spider tank because things will just free kill it, right? So it feels like a 4.5 to me. I'm gonna go with that. Og merchants are going to be in high demand. Yeah, for sure. Okay, Venomous Scorpid. 3 mana 1/3 beast with poisonous. Battlecry, discover a spell. Dude, these 3-drops are insane. What the hell? I mean, that's a legendary, but holy, like, not all of them, but dude, like they all are like good stats with pretty insane upside. Man, if you play an understated 3 right now, good luck. All right, so anyway, 3 mana 1/3 poisonous. Battlecry, discover a spell. So it reminds me a lot of the dragon card, right? The hunter only card. I always forget the name of it, but it's kind of like that card. That one was a 2/3, But similar idea. Like the attack doesn't really matter that much. The fact that it's poisonous is what really matters. So this feels like a 5-drop or a five to me. 5. Why am I having trouble with words? I think it's a 5. A Cobra that discovers a spell. I mean, I don't know. Seems 5 to me. Like take every time type thing. You mean the 2/3 Paladin Dragon? No, I mean I'm thinking of the Hunter Dragon card. I think the battle cry was Primordial Explorer. That's what I'm thinking of. It's different because that one you discover a dragon, this one you discover a spell, but it's kind of similar stat lines and powerful effect. Is what I'm kind of getting at. All right. Blade Master Samuro. Why is this not the diamond version of the card on the website? Hello, Blizzard? Can I click somewhere on here for the diamond version? What the hell is this pleb version? All right, 4 mana, 1/6, legendary card. Rush. Frenzy, deal damage equal to this minion's attack to all enemy minions. I don't know, guys. How good is this card? Because, okay, so with 6 health, it will be very easy to get the Frenzy effect, but 1 damage AoE, like, there's so many other cards that give you 1 damage AoE and a better stat line, so I don't know. This could be OP with buff from Claw Machine. Well, sure. I mean, if you hand buff it or something, it could become disgusting, or you DID it, or, you know, you're a warrior and you Cruel Task it or something. But I feel like on average, it's not going to be that great. Yeah, the stats are bad. In Arena, I feel like whatever the base stats are matter a lot. So I would say, you know, it's probably what, like a 3? It's still AoE on a you know, on some kind of body. 2 maybe? 2.5? I think 2.5 is okay. Let's go with 2.5. Seems fair. Yeah, this plus Apotheosis or something, sure. Like, you know, again, I'm just doing it for like the average scenario. All right, Crossroads Watchpost. 4 mana, 4/6. Can't attack. Whenever your opponent casts a spell, give your minion +1/+1. Dude, I really hate these Watchpost cards. I like, this isn't even that great, but no, it's pretty damn good. You guys think this one... Wait. Are we looking at the same card? It's a 4 mana, 4/6. Yeah, it can't attack. Sure. But like, if your opponent wants to play spells, it's super awkward, no? It's a lot easier to play around. I mean, it's easier to play around than like the 3-drop, right? But how often do you have to give your opponent 2 to the Ogremancer? I mean, Ogremancer messes up my turns a lot. A lot. Like, you don't have to necessarily, but you miss out. Like, oftentimes I'll miss out on trying to discover an answer, etc. It should buff itself. I'm assuming it buffs itself. It depends, right? It's one of those cards where I don't think you draft it a ton because sometimes your opponent won't have any spells, right? So, you know, and then it just doesn't do anything. But I don't think it's terrible. To me, this card feels like an average card, like a 3. Because if you just leave it up, unless you're able to consistently clear their board and leave only this up, it just gets difficult to deal with. Read the flavor text. All of Barrens' chat is recorded and kept on thousands of scrolls stored beneath this tower. God, I would not want to see those scrolls. No, thank you. It's just one more stat than a Yeti. What's a Yeti? Still pretty damn good. I'd still consider a Yeti above average card. Like a 3.5, maybe. We'll go with a 3. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I think a 3 is fair. I think it will still be very annoying in certain times. Like, you drop this and your opponent's a priest, they're going to be like, no. No. All right. Dark Spear Berserker. 4 mana, 5/7. Death Rattle, deal 5 damage to your hero. Wait, I didn't see this card. Wait, this is insane. What? What? Why did they make this? Why did they print this? What? Did they? Is this? I mean, okay. It must be like. Is this a card that is going to be pulled from Demon Hunter decks or something? Oh man. I mean, it's not just nice in priest. It's nice in any class, guys. It's a 5/7 taunt. 7 health is so much. No. Oh yeah. I was saying it's 5 damage to your hero. Yeah. So 5/7 taunt. It's absolutely busted. Oh, it doesn't have taunt. Oh wait, I'm stupid. Why did I think it had taunt? Okay. I should calm down a little bit. For some reason, I thought it was a 5/7 taunt. So what is Pit Lord? What's the stat line on Pit Lord? It's a 5/6, right? A 5/6, and you take 5 for that card? No, I don't remember exactly. I mean, I think this card is still pretty good because it's just so overstated, right? Because a 5/7's more like a 6-drop maybe or something. So it being a death rattle is so much better. Yeah, of course. Yep. Is it a 5? It's like a 4.5 or a 5, right? I mean, it's just gonna eat like so much of your board. And certain classes, like you guys said, like priest, it's like, oh god, it's so stupid, right? So stupid. It is a little bit worse later on, or mana, but it's still relevant. I mean, a 5/7 is going to be relevant. I'm okay with a 4.5, but I don't know. Like the way I look at this card is on curve, it's an easy 5, right? Like it's just, and if you play this card on curve, you probably just win the game most of the time. If you get it later on, it could feel a little bit bad if like, you know, the health pulls are getting a little bit lower, et cetera, but it still will probably be pretty good then. But man, this card on curve, yeah, it's a common. I hate it. I hate this card. All right, Gruntled Patron. 4 mana, 3/3. Frenzy, summon another Gruntled Patron. Everybody, get in here. Everybody, get in here. Yep, pile on. I don't remember the rest of the voice lines, but it's not that great, is it? How likely is a 3/3 gonna survive? Bad but good meme, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like the card because it, you know, it makes us remember the good old patron days, but I don't think it's that great. Like, as an overall card, it's probably like a 1.5 or something. 1.5 or 2. I mean, a 4 mana 3/3 is pretty awful. I think it's honestly 1.5, even though some classes you could probably make it work. Injured Marauder, 4 mana 5/10. Did anyone else look at this card at first? Like, I always look at the stat line and then I read the text. And I saw a 4 mana 5/10 and I was like, what the fuck are they doing to the game? What's going on? And then I read the text, and it's a little more reasonable, right? 4 mana 5/6 taunt, but the battle cries deal 6 damage to this minion. So it's a 4 mana 5/4 taunt. Obviously, this card gets a huge buff if you're a priest, right? Like, it's... As a priest, this card's probably like an easy 5. And overall, like, how good is a 4 mana 5/4 taunt? It's good. It's good, right? Like, I would say it's, what, a 3.5 or 4 type thing. But, yeah, in priest, it's just disgusting. Not good booty bait bodyguard. I mean, wait, it's 1 mana cheaper, right? Summon a random 4-drop card has got a shitload better, by the way. Yeah, or like rezzing the card, right? Yeah, like it's like an evil heckler, right? Most of the time, which is good. I think 3.5 is probably fair. Yeah, it'll be really fun having your opponent evolve into that, right? Or you play devolving missiles and then that thing pops out and you're like, God damn it. Hey, Dreads, I missed the previous cards. Could you please start from the beginning? That seems pretty reasonable. Should we start over, chat? Like, probably a lot of you missed some of it. Maybe we just start again from the top. Might be a good plan, just so everyone is on the same page. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. Kazakus Golem Shaper. 4 mana 3/3. If your deck has no 4-cost cards, build a custom golem. Do we have all the... I know there's a... Celestalum put out a tweet giving all of the options from it. I should grab that. That's kind of helpful, right? I don't know if I'll pull it up on screen, but I'll at least read it out for you guys. Just so you know how it works. Okay. All right. So Kazakus Golem Shaper's recipe for the perfect golem. Step 1, choose a size. Size matters. Lesser is a 1/1. Greater is a 5/5. Superior is a 10/10. Okay? Step 2. Discover your first herb. Swift Thistle, Rush, Earthroot, Taunt, Sungrass, Divine Shield, Liferoot, Lifesteal, Fade Leaf, Stealth, Grave Moss, Poisonous. Step 3, discover your second herb. Wildvine, Battlecry, give your other minions +1/1, +2/2, or +4/4, depending on which mana cost. So it's just like the old Kazakus where you have the 1 mana spell, was it 1 mana spell, 4 mana spell, and 10 mana spell? Is that right, chat? What are the different costs? I don't remember. It's 1, 5, and 10? Okay. Grome's Blood, Battlecry, summon a copy of this. Holy. So you get 2 of them. Ice Cap. That makes me think of Ice Cappuccinos at Tim Hortons. Battlecry, freeze a random, 2 random, or all enemy minions. Fire Bloom, Battlecry, deal 3 damage to a random, 2 random, or all enemy minions. Mage Royal, spell damage +1, +2, or +4. Or King's Blood, Battlecry, draw 1 card, 2, or 4 cards. So that's pretty much what it is. The thing about this card, I love Kazakus coming back because it's a very iconic card. But in Arena, I don't think you'll almost ever be taking this card, right? Like with the old Kazakus, if you get offered it early, you could just kind of build a Highlander deck, and it was kind of fine. But taking a deck with no 4-drops, that's just that, or a small enough number of 4-drops where you're able to reliably get this off. I just don't see it working very well. So as far as an overall rating, I mean, how do you give an overall rating for this card? It's whatever a 4 mana 3/3 is, because it will probably almost never be active, right? So I don't know, a 2, a 1.5. I mean, I think a 2 is, again, if I think the more likely thing is you're somehow able to generate this card, and you happen to have played all your 4-cost cards, and then you like play the I win the game type card. But yeah, you can't use 4-cost spells either. So it's no spells, no minions, nothing 4-cost. Yeah, fun card. Obviously, some people, people will try and construct it, and it might work in constructed, but in arena, it's just not really going to work. If you do get the effect, I think the strong effects, from what I remember from like the old Kazakus potion, like tempo things are probably going to be the best. So like the battle cry, deal 3 damage to enemy minions, or a copy of it would be just a lot of stats, etc. But yeah, I mean that's the upside of this card is you're able to tailor it for whatever the situation is. But I just don't think it's going to be all that relevant in arena most of the time. All right, South Sea Scoundrel. Four mana, 5/5. It's an epic card. Pirate tag. Battlecry. Discover a card in your opponent's deck. They draw theirs as well. So this card, I saw some discussion about in Discord or maybe in chat about like how how's that card? And I'm gonna tell you guys, this card's busted. Like it's really busted because it's a 4 mana 5/5. So that's like that's the first thing. A 4 mana 5/5. If you remember like Banshee and stuff like that, like they tend to be very, very good. And it gives you information as well. So it's discover, meaning you got to look at 3 cards in your opponent's deck. And information's valuable in arena because you don't know what people are running. So it gives you information, and then you get to pick a card that's good for you in whatever the scenario is, right? And if you're able to play, if you might be able to take a card for the mana that you have left and play your card first. So sure, your opponent does get value as well, but the big thing is just the stat line. 4 mana 5/5, right? So I think this card's like probably a 4.5. I think that's definitely fair. I don't know if I'd say it's quite a 5, but yeah, very, 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 very good. Yep. Constructed, I get why it's overstated because the effect is like the negative. In arena, it's busted. Yeah. I mean, in arena, it's just very, very good. I think that's a 5, Redbeard. I think you're a 5. I think you're a 5, but this card's a 4.5. Idiot. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, it's very good. It's in that level, right? 4.5 to 5. It's definitely a really good card. All right, Spirit Healer. 4 mana, 3/6. After you cast a holy spell, give a random friendly minion +2 health. So again, it's like a card where if you're a class that has holy spells, then it could just be bonkers. But on average, it's a 4 mana, 3/6. And what's a 4 mana, 3/6? Probably still above average, right? I'd say it's like 3.5 probably. Because, yeah, it's like 3 to 3.5. I think 3.5 is okay. For those classes that actually have holy spells, and it's probably more like a 4, right? Etc. Like the flavor text, you again. What did I tell you about trying to fight all the Quillbores? I don't know. That flavor text doesn't blow me away like some of the other ones, okay? I'm going to be real here. Okay, Barrens Blacksmith. 5 mana, 3/5. Wait, this is a BG card, right? Frenzy, give your other minions +2/2. This card's coming to Battlegrounds for anyone who's unaware. It's going to be a 5. It's a 3-drop, right? In Battlegrounds or something? I want to say. Something like that. All right, so how good is this in Arena? It's definitely it depends, right? Because if it just gets free killed, it's awful. Like it's really bad. A 5 mana 3/5 doesn't have taunt or anything. It's really, really bad. But if you are a little bit ahead and you even just land the buff on 1 minion, it's quite good. So On average, I don't think it's very good. Like what, maybe a 2.5 or 3 or something? Just get eaten by Raider? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's great on average. I mean, it definitely has potential, so I think I'm okay with like a 2.5. Og Merchants, that's true. That is true. Or like, yeah, or like Mage, you can ping it immediately. That's actually true. Oh yeah, the ability to activate it immediately does make it a bit better. I was just thinking about like the fact it's a 3/5 and the chances that it free kills something on turn 5 is pretty low. But okay, I'm alright with giving it a 3. I mean, it would be busted at 4 mana. Definitely, absolutely busted. Yeah, Frenzy only activates once. It's a one-time effect, and then it's gone. Yep. All right, Burning Blade Acolyte, 5 mana, 1/1. Death Rattle, summon a 5/8 demon spawn with taunt. As a priest player priest fanatic that really enjoys stealing opponents' minions, with having Potion of Madness coming back, I just look at this card and get very, very excited. Stealing this as a priest is going to feel so good. You know how it's going to feel when they steal your Acolyte? Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Against priest, I'll be like pinging this thing off when I'm a mage. I'll just take the 7 mana 5/8 taunt. Demon Spawn art? Cool. Why is it that when Perk asked for the art, I thought it would be like some sexy succubus or something? I just assumed that it was like some some sexy demon barely wearing anything. Okay, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool art. So how good is the card? I think actually overall this card's pretty good. So we've had cards kind of like this in the past. I forget the name of it, but we had a 1/1 that's 4 mana 1/1 that summons a 5/5, and it was very meh. Like I would say on average it was pretty bad, and it was at the same time that Potion of Madness was the thing. So when it got Potion of Madness, obviously it just felt terrible. But the thing about this card is the spawn has a taunt and is very overstated. So I think this card's above average. Like, I think, yeah, you have to wait a turn for it to come out effectively, but a 5/8 taunt coming down even on like turn 6 or popping out on turn 6 is still really good. Yeah, Twilight Summoner was the name of the old card. So I think it's like a 3.5 or a 4. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this card? You always have to kill it off yourself. Yeah, but in Arena, they tend to have something on their board that you can throw it into. So, I think it's going to be pretty good. I want to say like a 4 overall. Against a priest is terrifying, but I think this card's good. 5/8 is pretty juicy. And taunt. I'm going to go on the high side on this one. Could be wrong. I'm going to go with a 4. And just so you guys know, alerts are off right now. I appreciate you all. I love you all. But for the review, I turned the alerts off. I'll catch up later, okay? All right, moving on. Gold Road Grunt. 5 taunt. Frenzy, gain armor equal to the damage taken. Poor Fin Creeper. Wait, is Fin Creeper dead? Does Fin Creeper rotated or no? Poor Fin Creeper. +1 health on Fin Creeper and an effect. It's good, right? Yeah, Fin Creeper's dead. Yeah, it's good. It's above average for sure. It's like 3.5 to 4. I think I would rather have a Nesting Rock, right? Nesting Rock is, I think... this is not a situational taunt. It always has taunt. It's pretty good. Maybe a 4 as well, type thing. 3 or 3.5, 3 attack is meh. I don't know. 10 total stat points and guaranteed taunt. And you probably get at least some armor off of it. It's pretty good. okay with 3.5. I mean, I think like it is a big deal. 3 attack does feel kind of bad. I think 3.5 is all right. I don't think it's an average card though. Okay. Razormane Raider. 5 mana, 5/6. Frenzy, attack a random enemy. Pit Fighter. Pit Fighter's back, chat. It's back and reprinted in like slightly different form, but it's back. And yeah, so a random enemy means this thing can smork. So the idea, I think a lot of the times how it will be played is it free, you kill the other minions on board, then you use this to kill something, and then after it dunks a Yeti or whatever, then it's like, boom, 5 to the dome. Dreadzone's a game with this plus ping. Yeah, exactly. Like if you're a mage, you can ping it and then just have it go face. So, yeah, I mean, it's good, right? A 5 mana, 5/6, I think, has kind of stood the test of time. Still a pretty good stat line, and there's upside in it. So this feels like, ooh, a 5? Okay, you guys. I mean, look, chat. Everyone loves a little bit of smork, but this fucking Raider quill, is this a quill? What is this? Razormane, whatever this is not a 5. It's not. It's simply not. Because one thing about it is sometimes the attack random enemy will be a downside. Occasionally, right? Like if they have like a bunch of crap on the board. Well, maybe not. No, most of the time you'd be able to clear it, or you wouldn't be too upset because it's a trade they'd be able to make. Okay, so it's mostly upside. 4? 4.5? You know what, chat? I'll go 4.5 for Twitch chat. Because you guys think it's a 5, but that's stupid. You guys love face too much. But 4 to 4.5, it's good. All right, Shadow Hunter Vol'jin. Is it true that you skip late date Verdun? I normally don't derail my card reviews, but who the hell told you such a terrible lie? I want their name so that I can erase them from the BG game that I play with them, of course, because I would never do anything violent. Yeah, Shadow Hunter Vol'jin. So this card's actually already in the game. All right. 5 mana, 3/6, Battlecry, choose a minion, swap it with a random one in its owner's hand. I guess we already kind of know how good this is. If you play with it constructed, I don't think it's great, right? Like, I mean, it probably has some uses. Like if your opponent has a big minion and you want to use this like a sap and hope you get lucky, it's not terrible. All right. It's just, you have to play it in certain times, right? And you can use it on your own stuff. Yeah. You can, like, swap a token or something on your board to try to hit something big from your hand. But it does feel a little bit expensive to me. I think this is like a 3. The 3/6 stat line's a little bit bad, but the effect could be pretty powerful. So I think 3 is probably fair. Boom, 3. Wait, did they answer me? Did they tell me who it was? Who was it? I will hunt them down. Taraho Brave? Taraho? Go with that. Taraho Brave. 6 mana, 4/8. Frenzy, destroy a random enemy minion. So I for some reason I thought this was like a warrior card. Or I don't know, just not a neutral. Yeah. Yeah, this card is going to be pretty annoying to play against. So, Frenzy can trigger on anyone's turn. So that means your opponent, like you play it, and your opponent can kind of go wide and then, like, reduce the chance it's all that effective, right? But it's still very annoying. And, if you're like a mage, you could like play this in ping, right? Ooh. So, yeah, if you're able to activate the frenzy immediately, it's kind of good. I feel like mage just generally will get a little bit of a buff with how easy it will be to activate frenzy. Yeah, it's very good. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's quite a 5. I want to say I feel like it's like a 4.5 maybe, because it I think your opponent will be able to play around a little bit. How good is a 4/8 for 6 mana? It's only, like, okay, right? It's a pretty good stat distribution. Like, I'd rather have a 4/8 than a 6/6 most of the time. But it's like, okay. I think 4.5 is fair. Yeah, it's like the Spellburst Dragon, right? Yeah. Okay, I'll go with the 4.5. Why is there someone that says the card is good with Broom after every single card? Why do you guys love Broom so much? Why? Okay, Cargol Battlescar. 7 mana, 5/5. Battlecry, summon a 5/5 lookout for each watch post you've summoned this game. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to spend too much time on this card. It's, if you don't draft watch posts, it's absolutely terrible. If you did somehow draft this and watch posts, then it could be insane. So if you do get offered this in Arena, hopefully it's late in the draft and you already know whether or not you're going to have watch posts, okay? On average, I think this card is going to be really bad, right? Like a 1.5. I'll give it a 1.5. It makes me sad when I give a legendary a 1, I like to give it at least a little bit of little something in there, if you feel me. Primordial Protector. 8 mana, 6/6. Battlecry, draw your highest cost spell. Summon a random minion with the same cost. So it's kind of like, what was the name of the card? The Summoner? You know what I'm talking about. It pulled a spell from your deck, whatever the cost of the spell was, it cast, or it summoned a minion of the same cost. Spiteful Summoner, yeah. Yeah, so it's very similar to that one. But this one, you actually draw the card, right? So that's kind of cool. So even if it's a cheap spell, you still get the spell, which is pretty damn good. And yeah, it's targeted for your highest one. Oh. Why does it have to be like that? Couldn't it just be like a random spell? You think you love it? Don't love it. No, no one should love this. We should have hate for this card. Not love. On average, it's like a 5-cost spell. Yeah, I mean, I think like most classes, you will have 1 or 2 fairly expensive spells, right? I don't know. I just don't like cards like this because if you play this and you pull an 8-cost spell or a 10-cost spell or something, like it's just game over, right? And then you also have a big tempo probably. If a spell costs that much mana, like obviously it will give you a good minion, and then also it's just probably a very impactful spell. So I don't know if it's quite a 5, but man, I feel like it is going to be a 5 because so many classes, even if you hit like a 4-cost spell, it's not that bad. This is, again, we're making it a 5 and we're getting our torches out. Everybody grab a torch. We've got a torch for that 3-cost tower minion. And now our torches are out again. We're going to Blizzard headquarters with the torches. We don't want this card in Arena. Get it out. Okay. Right. Moving. Wait, that's it? There's only one 8-cost neutral this time? Okay. We did it, chat. We did it. I think that's everything. That's all. The last card is the one that that brought the torches out. Did we miss anything? Is there anything that we happened to miss? Show all rank 5 cards? I would love to do that if I was actually keeping track of all of them. But yeah, I just kind of put the number in and then forget. Start over? No. We're not. No, start over. All right. So I guess after the neutrals, we talked a little bit about the classes, but what's our feeling overall of what the power level of classes are going to be? Like, what classes feel like they're going to be really, really busted? I think Mage is going to be very good. Shocking, right? But I think Mage is going to be pretty good. Like, Ruined Orb is absolutely insane. Get another Spider Tank type card. I think this card's really, really good. So I think Mage will be quite good. Rogue felt pretty underwhelming outside of this one card. Like, Oil Rig Ambusher feels, busted, but a lot of the other ones, Shaman, Murlocs, let's go. I mean, jokes aside, if you're able to build a Murloc Shaman, obviously Flurgo's a legendary, but if you're able to build a Murloc Shaman, then, that could be pretty busted. But I don't know if on average it will be great. But the thing is, Shaman keeps a lot of its other really strong cards, like Dunk Tank and stuff, so should still be pretty good. Warlock is going to be insane because of the old sets and core set. Yeah, so we get, like, Abyssal is back, by the way, chat. for Warlock. Yeah, the return of Abyssal. And Abyssal will still be very, very busted. Very, very, very busted. So, this isn't a good example of what busted is. This card's terrible. But, here's a better one. So yeah, I think Warlock will probably still be pretty good. Priest feels a little bit underwhelming, I'd say. Druid feels a little bit underwhelming. Paladin, I think... So Paladin, I think, will be good if you're able to get, like, this kind of secret synergy going. So, is the last expansion bonus still up on drafts? I don't think they've done that in a while. I don't actually think there's going to be I don't actually think there's going to be a offering bonus. We haven't had that in a while. Did we even get a review for the Corsa cards? We did. I did that a while back. It should be on YouTube. So definitely subscribe to YouTube if you are interested in content like that. And I will be putting this run up on YouTube as well. For sure. Or this review. Brain's a little bit fried on YouTube as well. So yeah, so check that out if you missed part of it, or it'll probably be up sometime tomorrow. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the review.